of that. You get a Crimson Guard, then the Terrorblade does low damage. The Invoker right clicks do less damage. The Mars. So, and I don't think Mars is the type of hero to buy these auras either. So it's going to be like a team with a bunch of auras versus a team with no auras. And the team with auras also has a bunch of built-in damage to their heroes. Right? Underlord has a good amount of damage. Both the supports do pretty high damage. Even Dragon Knight, surprisingly, does a lot of damage if you build for it. So, yeah, I don't know. Just
sorry, I'm reading chat with DM. So you analyst suggested brew ban. Oh gosh.
I see. The new analyst is Astini. I also like.
Sorry, so you're saying you're just concerned at damage?
Yeah, I'm just concerned with heroics damage versus auras is pretty much my big thing.
Okay. What do we feel like needs to go right for heroic?
Probably Whisper needs to pop off again, because what I was going to say is Invoker is pure damage with Sunstrikes. So you get a fast Cataclysm with the Ags, and auras cannot protect you from that. Like Pipe won't save you, Crimson Guard won't save you. Maybe like the mech, if it'll heal you up enough, maybe will, but it's like not in the same way. And again, this game, his safe lane is not set up for him to have success. The last time we saw him, I think it was was it the DK carry I believe he had? I think it was the game that had the Dragon Knight carry. So the last time Whisper played Invoker. So both of his side lanes had setup because he had the Mars in one lane and the Dragon Knight in the other. This game, both of his stuns are in the off lane, so the safe lane is going to be a bit harder for him to get these kills on. But as always, every time there's an Exort Invoker, it's how many early game kills can he get with Sunstrike? But this game in particular, it's how is this mid lane going to go is my question. Because I am worried about Whisper laning Invoker versus Dragon Knight. I think this lane can snowball pretty hard if not careful.
Oh, they got him actually. Okay, 9 class. Trying to drag the wave, and yeah, he TP'd out as well. So walk of shame, a tip as well. And something very interesting. I mean, you see that Dekala's playing down bottom, with the Batrider here with the Phantom lanes. So what do you make of this change here with the supports playing in different roles or different lanes?
I think some teams actually have been doing this a bit more and more recently. I know Falcons does it. They'll put like snaking on like some Chen in the off lane, and then Crit will go in the safe lane.
Yeah.
I think the logic behind it is usually the position 5s are really strong laners, and sometimes if you pair them with your offlaner, you can help your offlaner have either stomp your lane or go even. Like in this instance, for example, I actually think that it's as simple as you don't want to lane bat into Pugna because of the Netherward interaction.
Okay.
I have my doubts about you.
Like, sure, Skywrath kind of sucks versus Netherward too, but he can get away with just pressing one spell. Like, you press W and that's it. But if Batrider has to, I think it's like 2 Qs. If he presses 2 Qs, it's more damage than Sky is taken from pressing just his W.
That's it. Okay. I think it's really cool that we're starting to see more and more the lane swaps just in regard to the supports. Going to the days with some aggressive tri-lane or even defensive tri-lane, or these crazy stuff. Even the off lane is changing and the carry's playing the off lane, but it's at least nice that we get a change in dynamic with the supports moving.
You're not a fan of the tri-lane meta?
Oh man, that was boring as hell. But I wouldn't mind. I would not hate for anything to come back. Like it adds a.
There was times I thought
dynamic.
it was really cool. Like for me, the one in particular was when teams would pick Darkseer, and then you'd have your off lane play Doom in the safe lane versus Darkseer, and then you would aggressively try them with your carry. I always thought that was like the coolest thing ever, because your Doom is free farm versus the Darkseer, then you're shutting down the enemy carry. It was like a cool idea. But yeah, there hasn't really been these lane swaps in recent times.
Yeah, and I wanted to come back just because of like pretty much the example that you brought up. Just it adds a completely new dynamic for a way for a team to be able to counter the opposition. Like we don't really see it anymore because of what are the reasons do you feel like that we don't actually see tri-lanes?
I think people got a lot better at contesting like small camps.
Oh, Schofield. Jesus, what's the damage with Lancet too? Okay.
It is crazy with Lancelot. Basically, every single illusion that Peel has out is an extra 25% damage. So even just pressing Doppel is 50% more damage on the Lance.
Huh.
Which is crazy. Like, it's basically he has level 3 Spirit Lance at level 3.
Interesting.
It's extremely unfun to lane verse, I will say. It feels bad because it's like you're not used to, like you should know how much the spear does because you read this spell and you're like, okay, it does 140 damage, like that's cool, blah blah blah. But then you just take an extra 70.
Yeah.
And then even in this early mid game, which he's going for the Ags, which is I was gonna mention, this facet with the Ags is crazy if you get it early. Ooh, Bat Rider.
Oh, they need the Sunstrike kill. They get the kill nonetheless. Devi, of course, happy with the goal, but dude, Whisper is getting a bodied mid lane. 8 and 5 compared to the 18 and 12.
There was the Invoker DK matchup, right? This is people pick Dragonite into Invoker specifically. It's one of the people's like the players that I know. It's like one of their favorite matchups right now in this patch. So the fact that it's like a 24 pick Invoker into a bad DK matchup. Like, yeah, I'm sure he's going to get a game. He's going to scale eventually, but hasn't gotten a Sunstrike kill, is definitely struggling on the CS. And I also think the support duo for PARIVISION have a really easy time rotating towards mid. Like, you think of Bat Rider Sky, it's so easy for them to come mid, press like one spell and kill the Invoker at like any point in time. So it's probably going to be a hard game for Whisper.
So how do you play accordingly then for Heroic? Is there something that needs to be communicated in regards to like the side lanes continuing to play super aggressive, or do they bring their supports instead?
I think you don't want to. I don't think you win the 3v3.
An attempt onto his life? Are they going to be able to find him? No, it looks like it was pretty close.
Body block. I don't think you want to bring heroes mid because you lose the 3v3, I'm pretty sure, to like the Dragonite and the supports. I think it's way better that Heroic, almost always with Exort Invoke, you want to extend your laning stage as long as possible because it's really easy to get Sunstrikes as long as people are actually laning. So maybe rotate your Pugna top and just like keep fighting kills around these side lanes and stay away from mid. He's eventually going to get level 6, going to get Meteor on the Invoker and then start pushing out the wave himself. It's just, right now, he's not in his happy place. He is on the struggle bus. He's so far away from Midas. This is going to be a very late Midas. And even Yuma is not... I mean, he's doing okay on the Terrorblade. It was a very early pick Terrorblade, so the fact that he's doing decent is pretty good for them. Like, he's up about 100 net worth on the Underlord. But you just compare it to the Dire cores. Like, look at Satanic. He's already up to 2.7k on what... Maybe the hero's not weak, but we say weak hero.
Well, this game, it could be a nice test. Proof
If
to see
TL
like how
can't win
strong
this
it is,
game,
and
then it probably can't win a lot of games.
yeah. Especially when we keep seeing it in a pretty good PL game. So, well, importantly though, mid lane they do deal with the catapult wave, and this Elder Dragon forms, and they've got about half duration left. So they have avoided this first big window that PARIVISION were able to play with. Still, the lane's up. Everything's looking great for PARIVISION. 2,000 net worth lead. Super chilling. The big thing for Heroic is it looks like potentially they're going to be able to get their wisdom. They do scan out 9 class, and it's just the Bat Rider. So with the assistance of Devi, who's actually going to come behind the Bat, which might even give them an opportunity for the kill here. I catch him by surprise, and we'll see if they're going to be able to line up their spells to get the Sunstrike as well. They'd love the extra gold for Whisper, and they're going to be able to find him. Super important. And getting them closer towards a Vendetta as well from Schofield will now make it even easier for these Sunstrike kills.
That was a bit ambitious by 9 class, I think, to just solo go for the wisdom. Especially versus an Invoker, right? Like, you have to know there's a Nyx on that rune. I don't think you can expect that Heroic's just going to give up the rune for free. but like I can respect wanting to get it. And now he TP's bot. It looks like Pugna's dead. Nothing really he can do.
Easy kill onto KJ. They're going to have to sack the tower. So importantly, we'll give Whisper a full wave mid. It's going to get him, I believe, super close to the Midas. See where the power rune's going to go as well.
Illusion DK. It's not as good as the old one though. I miss the old DK with illusions. The Manta style DK.
Yeah, that was...
It was so fun.
Hell of a patch.
I remember I like invented that.
Octarine Manta.
Yeah. It was we played a series versus EG and like this was back in DPC. And I think Moo told me about the illusion rune doing damage to towers. And then I was like, what if I just buy Manta Ags? And then I started just like scouting the cliffs with it.
So you were the problem. Yeah, you brought this onto everyone.
Yeah. We beat EG though. It was the first time we beat EG in a best of 3, I think. We picked Dragonite twice.
Stupid DK hero.
It was so fun though. You'd get the Ags.
Was it?
Yeah.
Mid lane? Hang on, what's Yuma's here? Very interesting position, but the cold snap from afar is always absolutely in trouble. They are not playing around no one. Like, this is not what we were expecting out of PARIVISION. We wanted to see the supports kind of playing around the DK, putting pressure on the mid lane, slowing down with the Invoker. And now this is a meta with a Nether Blast, and it's going to be a decent amount of damage into the tower. They will try and respond on PARIVISION.
You've been taking a lot of damage. But Glyph gets forced. I mean, that's still a big win for Heroic. I think the fact that they're able to, they get the Dragonite kill and they're pressuring his tower when the game state felt like he was going to be the one that was almost stoppable, right? Like the Dragonite was the one where like, oh, he's destroying the lane. He's going to take the Invoker's tower. And the fact that he gets slowed down, stuff like that matters a lot in these games.
And it's Whisper that gets a kill as well. He's actually higher net worth than the Dragon Knight, which is insane. So he's high points up in the Exort. You've got the... they're actually even going to be able to take the T1 tower first. I mean, this is just... Again, this is not what you were expecting the early game to look. And how does this now change the whole, like, game state? Because this is, like, when you were looking at this game and your idea of how it playing out, this was not the case. Now that we actually see this is the position that Heroic are in, how does, like, the early game now actually shape up for them with not being with a large deficit?
I mean, at this point, Heroic is very happy. I think in terms of Invoker got a game. Like he skyrocketed past the DK with all the moves, taking the tower, like all that stuff. Even the Sunstrike kills mattered a lot for him. Sure, Device having a bit of a rough game versus the PL. Like that's the biggest deficit, I would say. But Mars is one of the better heroes at being poor. We used to have a nickname for him. It was God of Poor. That he would always have a very low net worth, but you just get a Blink Dagger, you get a good arena, and it's fine. Like you've had the impact that you need to have in the game. This game, it's versus PL, it's hard to get a good arena because you can almost always doppel out. But even if it just gets like a 2-man on like Dragonite plus a support or the Underlord plus a support, something like that, it's probably good enough for them to win the fight. Like you just get these 2 kills, and again, I think the damage could be lacking from PARIVISION. So there's a like maybe they don't kill the Terrorblade fast enough and then they just lose the amount of damage they need. But there is the PL issue, and his Ags is 200 gold away, and that's super big timing on Fanlancer. Okay.
And this is where you actually start to see this hero getting involved at the early stages with the Scepter? Okay.
He'll show up, basically, for anyone not aware, because you know PL is not picked and his Ags got changed somewhat recently. The new PL Ags effectively makes your rush, your E go super far, and then for every couple units that you travel, like you rush, you create an illusion. So you're instantly spawning a bunch of illusions on your way when you're chasing heroes, which pairs really nicely with your facet, because for every illusion, your spear does 25% more damage. So like your spear can do like double to triple damage.
Satanic. Scorpion's going to start. They'll be able to find the first stun into the second. Sunstrike follow-up. They tried to Fiend's Gate in, but it's going to be too late. Now, they will miss on the arena, which is wasted. PARIVISION going to be able to respond as well. So a 1-for-1, and Schofield's a little bit isolated. With the pit's going to give them a little bit of breathing room to be able to deal with the Nyx Assassin. And now the numbers advantage will favor Dire, but Heroic still has 3 of their more important heroes. Maybe they've stuck around for a bit too long. The good old point-click stun into the Mystic Flare combo means that this trade will favor PARIVISION in the end.
I mean, that was really good catch on the PL. Like, super nice. He, like, barely walks out of the tower range, so he doesn't see the Nyx. The Nyx gets him. But they commit a lot, and they go super deep. I also think the arena actually hurt them a lot by him missing it. Because if he's able to hold his arena there, maybe they can turn. Maybe it lets Terrorblade actually do his damage to the supports. But Terrorblade struggles. Ooh. That was like just the end of his meta, wasn't it, too? It was like the last couple hits from the Metamorphosis.
Back top lane, Whisper. Tornado's actually going to be off the mark onto Satanic, so they should be able to chase down Divide.
Wait, this is scary.
Now they're even going to look towards KJ as well. Absolutely. They can't TP in 1 by 1. And they're going to just have to try and cut their losses. So Satanic already, getting some revenge previously. Sunstrike,
Whisper, dude. 30 health on the Batrider. Oh, so close. All right, but is Batrider going to stick around for how long is it? I think it's like 20 more seconds.
Schofield's going to get him.
No.
He's coming.
Oh, well,
he's going to do it.
Surely he does.
He's going to do it.
There's a ward and a sentry, though.
He's
Batrider insta TP.
Oh, he's tipping out. Okay, well, a nice sequence of events here for PARIVISION. Got a couple of kills. They're going to be able to get the T1 tower. Looks like the Wisdom Rune as well. And they're too late to steal it. Schofield tried to move down to bottom through the portal, but I do not believe... Oh, maybe DM's actually not running straight there. So yeah, he's going to be able to steal it. Okay.
Classic Schofield. He does this on every single game, every hero. He's like a clown, but it's so good. You know what I mean? I think there's so many players that if they ever tried to play like Schofield, they would do the feeding part without the success. And he's one of the only players that I can end a game. I can see him like 12 deaths, 15 deaths. And I'm like, damn, Schofield owned this game. You know, he put in work.
What was
any other support? You see that many deaths, you're like, what is this guy? Like, is this guy good? What's wrong with him?
What was your experience playing versus Schofield? Because one of the last times I casted with Fury, he spoke a lot about the frustrations of playing versus this guy. What was your experience like?
I think back when we played versus him, from my perspective as the mid and offlane at the time, I think mid, it felt good to play versus him in the sense.
Okay.
Because he was like annoying and he'd run into you, but you got a lot of free kills, which was like nice. But I think as offlane, you don't have the ability to just kill him when he walks at you. So then you just see this guy who's like 1,000 health clockwork walking in and you're like, oh, I don't have the damage. This is just annoying. I have to walk away. Like, I feel like he's probably alone 90%. But if I just take the risk and try to trade with him for fun, it's probably the 10% that he's not alone.
Yeah.
So mid, it was fine.
That's fine.
Kill him.
Easy kill.
Yeah, just like free kills. You stat pad. Then eventually you see killed your whole team like multiple times by scouting, and you're like, oh, that's why he's there.
So you're going to Schofield, trying to see if he can run into anyone in the mid lane. They had a sentry and observer that was able to scout him out. So Heroic going to, for a couple of moves, they'll try once again. If they got the counter, they do. So Whisper has his Scepter not completed. We're looking for that big combo. We'll see who they're going to be able to find it on. They're pinging down bottom when no one's currently shoving out the wave, but does have to Carlos nearby. If they clump up, though, Schofield's going to be able to see out, and Divide will be ever so ready to utilize that information. Schofield doesn't get a glimpse of them.
They saw the Nyx. They know he's there.
Oh, yeah, but he's going to be ready to counter-initiate. There we go. Arena out. Cataclysm's going to follow as well, but the damage will come in shortly afterwards. No one does die. Now, PARIVISION are going to be able to respond. They've got the T1 tower to TP down to. 9 classes
We're
here,
taking a lot of
but
damage.
they also need the Phantom Lancer. Satanic's going to be able to join them. Orc it out, trying to run down the Terror Blade if they've got the control and the damage. The life drain is not enough to get the Sunder. A massive turn up for Satanic. Deals with the carry, and now they're considering about more, but they have to respect Whisper. They don't know where the Invoker is. They want to go back in, potentially. TPing down Nyx Assassin. Scofield's got the Vendetta back up. It's going to be able to fly to the low ground. Instant silence, preventing the spear. He might tick out afterwards if they got the damage surviving thanks to the life drain. Whisper's going to be ready with a combination. They're up on the high ground, drops the meatball. Cold Snap as well, he'll get the Sky, but they need the important kill onto Satanic. Mind Flare's not enough. A random Sunstrike, is he going to be able to land it? Not the case. Satanic will just limp away. But a team fight that's going to go the way of Heroic, and they put themselves in a position where they're only 2,000 gold behind.
I mean, it started off, I think, really good for Heroic. They trade the Nyx for the Dragon Knight and the Underlord. Like, I think the Terrorblade showed up to the fight. He did a bunch of physical damage, and with him rushing pipe on Underlord, he just died. He doesn't have the armor. But then they chase a bit too far. The Terrorblade gets caught by the PL and the Batrider, and then it switches to P-Vision chasing too far, and then Heroic starts killing them. And it was like this whole back and forth of both teams, I think, overextending just a little bit, that I don't even really know who comes out on top. If anything, I would say PARIVISION wins based on the fact that Satanic was able to survive the whole fight, and Yuma kind of went down relatively early.
I mean, this is a massive item to be able to help in the team fights for Heroic. I mean, this Lotus Orb on Device is going to do so much work. The single target spells that you have with the DK, I mean, so many heroes. DK, Batrider, Sky, multiple things you can purge off. The Orchid. We're going to have to see. Schofield might be able to scout out Satanic. Devi's going to be nearby with the Cataclysm. Perfect. Exactly what they needed.
That was great.
Second death of the game here onto Satanic's Phantom Lancer, continuing to slow him down, and now actually pole vaulting Whisper to the top net worth.
Yeah, and I mean, if you took this game at like 4 minutes in the game, you wouldn't. Oh, Whisper
They got the lasso. They're actually going to try and strike back here. Heroic in nearby to be able to respond once again with the life trainer. They're going to be able to keep him alive. Whisper steps over the right, drops some spells on his dying breath. It'll help get the kill onto one, and they're ready to clean up for more. They don't have a way to stop no one teeping out, but regardless, that is a successful team fight, but they feel like it took them a little bit too long where maybe they can't get Roche with the PL respawning.
I mean, I'm seeing this Terrorblade just go ham. Like, he's doing so much. Ooh. You should be okay. He's doing so much damage on Yuma in these fights. Like, he's just destroying PARIVISION every time they walk up to him.
Now, can they be here?
It's
Meta's about to expire. We're looking at how much damage for the Spirit Lance. Gonna be able to get rid of the Ancient Seal and looking to try and disengage, but the rest of the team, I don't know if they're going to be able to run away themselves. They don't have the capability. Nyx Assassin's gone. KJ.
He gets vision?
Can they get in range for the rush? No, he's going to be able to make it away, but this does give the objectives over towards PARIVISION, so it looks like it will be a free tormentor for them.
Yeah, and let's see the supports. Batriders is not that good as a support, so they're kind of winning on the Sky. Skywrath has a really nice one. Oh, Whisper!
No way. Yeah, no way. I wasn't even watching. Oh no.
All right, but all right,
Whisper
Pug has a free one. That one is, I think it used to be a lot better. I don't think it one-shots illusions, if I'm not mistaken anymore. I don't think the
think so.
Kills it. So it used to be a super big PL counter, and now I think it's okay. Like, you'll just drain all the illusions, which is still good. And even with the Mars Arena, it ends up being pretty nice. You put the Netherward in, you get more cast range on it too with the shard. So in this game, it's actually a pretty nice one. And yeah, I mean, just the fact that you steal it, like, they're up in gold on Heroic now because of that.
Crazy. Do you want to still see Heroic try and force the issue? Because something you've been mentioning inside these team fights is the damage that we're getting out of Yuma. And we're still a while away before the Crimson Guard's completed on DM.
I think that Heroic should look to take some map somewhat aggressively, because especially before the Crimson Guard, there's right now 3 heroes, maybe 4 if you can catch the peel after he doppels, that just die if they get arena'd. And so you can see they're already smoked up. They're looking for a kill. That's one free one.
We'll find her. Does kind of scout the smoke though, so
I think they should aim
Block
for
from the
Roche or
collars.
tier 2. I think even just taking this mid tier 2 with this metamorphosis, there's no glyph.
they're going to be able to scout them, looking to try and move over towards the mid lane, but it looks like PARIVISION have the vision that
He's alive.
can
He's
see
alive.
Schofield. Are they going to be able to kill him? Are they just sacrifice him? Does anyone want to protect him? I thought they were actually going to come maybe offer some assistance, but no, team is out.
I don't think they expected him to live that long, to be honest. I think there was definitely an angle for Divide to like, and Yuma to just turn that with an arena. Invoker could connect with a Sunstrike. But not the worst. It's just Schofield. He's doing Schofield things. And I will say, every minute that Heroic is not actively getting a lead, they don't need to end the game. They don't need to do anything like crazy. They don't need to take kills, towers, whatever. It's just every minute they're not getting a lead. Like they should be consistently getting like 500 gold this minute, 1,000 gold the next minute. You know, like slowly climbing as the game goes. And if they don't, I am worried about the Satanic PL. Like this is a looming threat that is just over their heads that he will outcarry the Terrorblade. He will eventually get some Nullifier or something, be able to deal with the Pugna. Like he's gonna be unstoppable in the next. I would say they got like a 15-minute timer, and they need to make sure they use it.
And well, this Roche is going to further help delay the game, and it's happening incredibly quickly thanks to the Bloodthorn completed for Satanic. We've got 9 class up to his shenanigans as well. That's potentially actually offering a pick-off attempt.
They got the Mars.
They're going to be able to drag Divide into the river. Schofield tries to do his best, but the Impale's not good enough. He's going to look to try and TP out if they got the damage. I don't think he's going to take out. He's got enough regen already inside the base. It was close though.
Bloodthorn's a really big pop. I think it's like 60% pop compared to the Orchids. I want to say 30. So it's like you die if you get Bloodthorn pretty much always. Yeah, Orchid's 30, Bloodthorn's 60. So it just doubles the amount of like bonus damage on it expiring.
Interesting. No one went Maelstrom.
Yeah, that's a bit surprising. I'm not sure what he would want instead. I could have seen him go like Nullifier, to be honest. I think that could have been a good choice versus the Pugna. They definitely need one at some point. And obviously Satanic will get the gold to buy it eventually. I just think that it would make more sense that DK kind of rushes it. But I think this is a way for him to feel like he has impact in the fights, because right now he's kind of just getting killed by the Terrorblade illusions. So you run in, you press BKB, you press Mjolnir on yourself, you'll clear the illusions, and then hopefully your PL will just like find the real Terrorblade and burst him with his Bloodthorn.
No, sir.
Ooh.
No.
He just barely gets
just
out
going
on
to be able to
DM.
escape. I believe the observer ward that was near top scouted at the Mars, and of course I saw the Pugna also dewarding, so
Yeah. He got a feeling. And then now Pari is smoking the opposite side of the map. These guys are just smoking past each other over and over and over. It's scary though. I think right now I would say it's way scarier for Heroic in an honest fight. Like I think if they both walk into an area that's neutral, where there's no crazy wards, no crazy jump, I think it's so easy for PARIVISION to win the fight. But I think Heroic still has the ability to just surprise. Like you get a good spear, good Sunstrike Cataclysm, that's what you need for Heroic.
you're going to be relying on, I guess, only one 4-staff you got here for the Batrider as a potential save mechanic versus this stun into Cataclysm combo that Heroic are playing with. We're gonna need to see some exceptional spell casting. Whisper 7, 1, and 4. This is something, I mean, you said this, like, you can't really count out the Whisper Invoker. You know, but the Gleipnir is going to very much help out with his spells inside the fights and dealing with the PL. He's going to go Octarine, further offer an increase in the toolkit. But you know, this game is continuing to be dragged further and further on. They're not getting really value out of the ages. The gold leaders just swung slightly back into PARIVISION's favor. But you know, the ever so important thing is the PL is getting those next set of items.
Yeah, the PL is the concern. I don't know if... Like, what is the solution for PL? It's... You kill him if you force his doppel and then you arena where he doppeled. And then the Invoker is able to pump out damage, or maybe your Terrorblade sees the real one. But it's like so many conditions versus you think of PL's gameplay. What is it? Oh, I'm going to run at a guy and press Bloodthorn. And my 30 illusions will kill him. Nice. You know, it's like it's so easy for PARIVISION to play. Their mid just has a built-in blink stun. They have all the auras from the Underlord. He's got his Crimson Guard now. He's going the Ags for even more slow on his radius on his Pit of Malice. And it is a 2K lead. It's very close, but I still think that PARIVISION is going to scale better when it gets closer to the 40-45 minute mark. Like easily at that point.
So do you feel is it pretty much go time when this ages expires? Do you feel like Heroic just kind of have to just start walking down lanes and forcing
I
the
think
issue?
they just finished the Scotty on Terrorblade. He's about to finish Octarine on the Invoker, and then probably just he'll go Shard on the Mars to help with getting maybe like a double stun. But I think you definitely want to do something soon. Heroic needs to actually actively pressure Pari. I don't think they can just sit back and relax. Like they did yesterday. I think that was one thing.
They're setting up on the Invoker. No one is nearby. I mean, this is a massive pickoff.
I think this is also the reason why I'd want them to start grouping and fighting, because there's two annoying pickoff heroes. There's the Batrider Lasso and there's the Dragonite Stun, and both of them will set up for an Underlord Gate. They'll set up for PL being somewhat close in the area. There's like all these different tools that they have to catch, and I think Heroic is going to have a bit of a rough time splitting, trying to buy time. Because PARIVISION can even just take all the outer towers, play for next Roche. Like, they're not in a rush is the nice thing for them. Ducalis, though, stayed a bit too long.
Yeah, they... Good, nice little pick off. They get a D-ward inside the base as well. They're scouted out Ducalis. As was moving over to drop the ward. We've got to see them try and make something happen to the lanes. At least side lanes in particular in a pretty good position. They have a top ward as well that's only going to last for another 45 seconds. But let's see if they can get out of the map 4v5 for the next 15.
The game's slowing down a bit. I think that... I mean, PARIVISION definitely knows, especially when they pick this PL. They're like, the late game's secure. Like, we can go 60 minutes of the game and the PL's still going to carry this game. And I think Heroic definitely was... Like, their foot was on the gas in the early game. And they're making a lot of moves. Like, the Terrorblade was coming mid. They took the tower. They took top tower. Like, it was all really, really nice. But I think the second they hit that, like, one snag, and they lost, like, that weird fight bot, the game's been very passive for them. They've been just delaying, running away, kind of kiting, never taking these like real big group up team fights. I think that's pretty bad for them on Heroic. Like, I would have liked them to keep using this early game advantage to actively get something.
Well, they're going to try. We'll see if it'll be a little bit too late, though. They'll move through the portal, try and set themselves up for the Tormentor. They do not have Whisper here currently. No Boots of Travel as well. Of course, he always has the global potential with the Cataclysm, but you need the Invoker inside these team fights.
PARIVISION definitely knows about this smoke. And they're... Someone's drawing a wraparound. I think that was the... Sky that drew it? Oh no, it was the DK that drew. So they kind of know exactly where Heroic is, but Heroic's gonna walk away. They're gonna smoke more towards the mid lane.
Okay, so they give up the Tormentor. Maybe feeling like there's going to be an opportunity to catch out DM or drop a ward down at least and try and put pressure onto the tier 2 tower, but this tormentor goes down too quickly. So the Ag Shard now up on 9 class.
It's a good one.
That was already weak.
I mean, Roche timer is going to start in 10 seconds. I think, as always, the faster it is a better advantage for Heroic, and the slower it is, the better for PARIVISION. I think, especially, like, PARIVISION is not playing to push high ground anytime soon, so it's not like they're going to throw the game before Roche spawns, and it's a middle-of-the-pack Roche. It's a 2-minute timer, 2 minutes, 10 seconds. I mean, I'm so scared for Heroic. Like, I'm just thinking of what this PL is going to do in these fights, and it feels hard. Like, his heart is about to be finished. He's about 1,800 gold away, and like, he gets that heart, he's unkillable by poke. He'll just regen up constantly. He does a lot of damage just purely based on the Bloodthorn. And like, what does Heroic do? What do their heroes do? Terrorblade. I don't really see him dealing with a PL. Like, you can reflect him. Maybe he'll make an illusion or two, but she'll just kill him. The Invoker is your best bet. Like, Whisper has to put in an ungodly amount of work in the team fights for them to win. I think it's
the problem
all on him.
The problem is, as soon as Whisper shows, you're going to have potential. I mean, if he's holding Fiend's Gate, you're going to Fiend's Gate on top of him. The DK is going to blink on him. The Bat Rider is going to blink on him. The PL is going to run at you. So, I mean, you do have very good heroes to be able to protect you. Usually, like a Terrorblade kind of anchors the team fight around you. The Mars as well. But there's just too many things, what feels like, for them to be able to get on top of Whisper. So he has to be ever so perfect.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the greatest, like, he doesn't have much save. It's only the Pugna, which I think early game is really nice, but at this point in the game, I don't know if the Pugna is going to be enough, because there's so many random spells that can stop the Pugna life drain, or just do magic damage through it. Like, you think of Skywrath with, like, ways to stop and do damage. Same with Bat Rider. He's a bunch of damage that will just kill through the Pugna decrep, and it's just... I mean, yesterday I was worried for Heroic, right? The game was very stressful. It was really bad. And somehow Yuma just pulls a 2v1 at Roche Pit and gets the Aegis by himself. Maybe something like that.
True.
Just carry the game, Yuma. Just do everything. That's all you need to do.
It's not that hard, right?
It's really easy.
Especially in a bad carry matchup. Or not the best carry matchup. You know, it's not like the 12 loss in the
one of the best teams in the world. Like, I don't think we're asking too much of him.
No. They're definitely not at all. No, we'll see. What is he going to be able to pull out? Getting close towards the BKB, getting close towards the 20. Look at the respect from PARIVISION, though. I mean, they are just, one, super aware of Heroic holding this high ground, and they know how much stronger they're going to be up here. They've got the vision more than likely set up. It's an outpost area where they can TP back to, and they are just completely avoiding it. Mid, top, getting shoved out thanks to the illusions. And like we've always been saying, the name of the game, just continue to stall this game. The lead is even growing as well, because Heroic aren't playing the full map.
Roshan in 15 seconds. I think this one is probably GG if PARIVISION gets it. I think if Heroic gets it, it's okay. Like, if Yuma gets it, he can probably start pressuring the high ground and trying to force a bad fight, like PARIVISION to go a bit too deep. I'm so scared that PARIVISION just will, like, any jump that they get, a good lasso, a Dragonite stun, and it's, I think you might just be able to type GG if you're Heroic if you lose this fight.
We're gonna find out. One more fight, it feels like, that for them. Before this game completely breaks out of their favor. Smoke's gonna pop. They get the pit instant with a jump. No one stuns over towards the Terrorblade, but they're gonna try and deal with Yuma early. Yuma's gonna be able to respond. It's a great arena. Cataclysm's gonna fly out as well, but no one pops the BKB. He's gonna be able to run out of danger. Now they'll lose Divide as well. It's not good enough for Heroic. They needed more out of it. Yuma can't even get the Sunder in the middle of it. Meanwhile, Whisper will just escape. It looked like it was pretty decent with the arena, but your PL wasn't caught in place. DK was able to respond with his BKB, and that Roche fight, that's going to go the way of PARIVISION, and now it feels like seals the deal.
Oh, the Roche is moving. Kill with magic damage. Go. I mean, it's... I feel like the matchup's starting to show, right? Like this PL Terrorblade, he can never... You don't want to buy Butterfly because there's a Bloodthorn that he's always going to buy, and Butterfly is one of the big items on Terrorblade. You don't want to buy a BKB because it's so easy for PL to kite you. It just is a feels bad matchup. They might back... No, I think they take tier 3 at least. Maybe they go for more. They drop the banner.
Ooh. Careful now.
I'm going to rip his mana.
Device trying to put himself in a position to get an angle in. Spear over towards the Underlord with the Cataclysm. They're just going to avoid the Phantom Lance and look to deal with everyone else, but they did get the lasso over to Whisper. Nice Thunder. Yuma's going to be able to give a fresh health pool over to Whisper, but it's just not going to matter. It just doesn't matter in the end. Satanic can just send the illusions forward. It was a nice attempt from Yuma, but Whisper can buy back to look to try and hold out with the defense. We'll see PARIVISION stick around.
You can just walk away for Pari. You didn't really lose. You lost the Underlord, but you trade Underlord for an Invoker kill and a full set of barracks. Also, again, Invoker's kind of their carry. Like, he's the only one that's going to deal with
is a little bit far away. They're going to speed push him close towards Yuma. They haven't bought back just yet on the Invoker as well. Yuma is finally able to right-click, but now with the Phantom Lancer, it's just, okay, what do you do now? Satanic's built up the illusions, and you're just going to have to hope for the best. The arena will be layered down, but they still cannot find the real PL. So they'll just deal with everyone else instead and hope for some assistance from the Crocus. Now they've been able to identify where Satanic truly is. He gets some helping assistance with the Force away. Little bit more damage is not enough. Doubled the last second, but they are still on the prowl. They'll get 9 class, but they won't get the ever so important kill onto Satanic, who actually wants to go back in now. With the help of the Fiend's Gate, they'll get the Nyx Assassin, and they might even be able to catch up to KJ as well. Whisper is back alive. Satanic is out of resources. He's still going to try and push on forward. Tornado, EMP, Ghost Wall down as well. He's got enough for the Doppelganger. Meatball's going to be laid. Satanic, they should be able to deal with the first light, but you might have to get out. Do you really want to stick around on the respawn? This is a difficult call to make. Yuma, he'll pop the BKB. Look to try and stand toe-to-toe, but they need to find him. Divide's going to be able to offer some assistance to get the Spirit. They got the damage through the stun control. Satanic, they got him. Finally, 90 seconds, no Phantom Lancer, but man, did they have to work for it.
I mean, PARIVISION just... I don't really... That was just an overextension, right? Like, they did... The DK was just hitting the tower by himself in the middle of 4 heroes. Like, this was such a strange way for the fight to open. Like, sure, you trade Satanic for a Nyx kill here, but it just felt off. And then they're just constantly fighting under a Terrorblade. They're letting him
might have to go back live. Buttons. Top lane, Whisper, they're going to be able to get the lasso out with the damage from Takal. It's just the 2 supports. Get a kill onto Whisper.
Whisper is struggling the past few minutes. Like, early game, amazing. He did super good. But, yeah, at this point now... I think it was, what, 3 deaths back-to-back? Like, within a span of him being alive for probably 2 minutes at a time.
They're actually looking to try and run them down, though. Oh, whoa. What happened there?
I mean, they could just play chill. Play for the next lasso. It's up in 30 seconds. PL was dead even for that Invoker kill. Like, he didn't have any impact. But the scary thing I see is a Butterfly on the Phantom Lancer. That is gonna be hard to deal with. It's a lot of damage. It's a lot of evasion, a lot of tankiness. Terrorblade is pretty much useless versus him, like 100% useless. And it's all on Whisper and Divide to get really good spears into a really good magic damage.
Is there a world where can he die 4-0 if you get spear
on the PL?
Into Nyx follow on the PL? Yeah, into Nyx follow up stun and all the spell is connecting on Invoker.
If he doesn't get a 4-staff help and he doesn't get piped, probably.
Okay.
I think with the pipe being there, like the Underlord's close enough that he presses pipe, I don't think he dies.
Okay. Well,
That's one
We'll
of the
see.
weird things
We'll see,
I've
'cause-
noticed about Underlord, though. It's like you want this guy to be at the initial start of the fights because he has so many auras, and that it matters so much in like the burst. You press like your pipe, your crimson when the fight's like starting, because then you take so little damage you can chase. But when Underlord's late, sometimes your hero's dead before you can even press pipe on him.
But this, it's going to be a while away, but the refresher from Divide could potentially help out. You know, we've seen like the doppelganger to be able to get out of the walls. You've got a second arena to maybe hold him in and let the Terrorblade start the right click. And importantly, again, the arenas just help also protect Whisper. So it's going to be a long time until he gets there. But we'll have to see, you know, if this world is actually going to come into play here for Heroic. Down 12,000 gold. And yeah, we're saying that this was a ticking time bomb, and it is still getting later and later. 25 almost up here for Satanic.
Yeah, I was saying it was about 40 to 45 minutes was the timer I think I gave Heroic. And we're right there, and you click PL's inventory, and you're like, yeah, this is a 40 to 45 minute inventory.
Yeah. It's not even just this dude as well. I mean, 9 class has got the same net worth as the Mars. This is
even like the Underlord is up 4,000 gold on the Mars. Like all of PARIVISION's heroes are strong. The DK is probably their weakest hero, to be honest, out of all 5 of their heroes, and he's still strong. He still has a blink stun. He's got Satanic on Mjolnir. Like he does a lot of impact in the terms of team fighting. I think they just give up this tormentor. Yeah, they're not in a position at all. DK has the nullifier queued up. Ooh, that's a good one. I really like the Underlord Firestorm.
Okay, nice free shot here for DM. They do mass TP down to bottom, so anticipating maybe, I guess, with the wisdom. Schofield gets that and beelines out of the area, so they're a little bit too late from PARIVISION.
I think PARIVISION doesn't need to do anything crazy. Just play for Roche, get Aegis on your PL, go Hydrant, end the game. Like it's a super easy kind of plan of action for PARIVISION, where I think Heroic has way more of a like scrappy thing, right? They need to hit some really nice double spear on Mars to set up for a Cataclysm plus Meteor combo, kill 2 heroes, kite out the fight long enough, like help your Terrorblade survive the initial PL, probably like tornadoes and deafening blasts, and kind of do this whole like dance thing. And then when you outnumber them, yeah, they can keep poking them down slowly with stuns, with catches, with the spears, with next stuns, like playing around the Netherward. They have the tools to win. It's not they're dead on the floor and we're just waiting for the game to end. But it's hard. It's much, much harder for Heroic to execute that play.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And playing with a lineup.
Spawn.
Okay. Well, TP is going to be able to scout this, and Heroic will look to try and get out of the map. PARIVISION are in a pretty important position as well. Observer already dropped on the high ground, of course, outpost control to be able to TP back to. They're actually going away from Roche, maybe trying to see if they can get DM.
I think they're trying to get DM beforehand, because they're probably banking on the fact that PARIVISION is going to be too scared to just rush into the pit with no vision. It looks like they give up because they're now scared of PARIVISION doing Roche, and they're going to look for their jump. I think Bat Rider getting jumped here, like if he's not careful enough, could be really good for Heroic.
Like you said, they're still going to keep tabs on Roshan. And it is starting to go down. And it will fall pretty quickly with Satanic along with DK, but it will roar. Wait, Backrider just ran forward. That's exactly what you were asking for. To get the kill onto 9 classes up the team for who doesn't have a buyback. Now you did pop meta.
I mean, Roshan is, it's a bit low. It's about half health, just above. And now Yuma's just in the pit.
He's also taking so much damage from the illusions. Devi's going to be able to find the spear over towards a real Phantom Lancer as well. Yuma has to activate the BKB to try and kill off Roche. Can they be able to get the Aegis? He's just dying to the illusions, dude. Yuma at least has the second life to work with, but what are you going to be able to do afterwards without your metamorphosis? There's even a refresher shot on the ground as well. Yuma picks it up, activates it, turns with his thunder. Second round of the BKB. He's actually going to be able to get away. Whisper protects him with the Gleipnir, but you still got massive PL problems. The Satanic is just running you down. You do not have an answer. They're going to try and catch the back lines. Go for the Whisper. Nice round of the spell casting. Meatball's going to be laid down. He's also going to be able to find a secondary support. The minute they'll turn it back in. Heroic, are they doing it? What is going on? The dancing is just so perfect. The synchronicity of spells from them actually results in a successful team fight and a 5,000 deficit now.
And they also forced 2 buybacks. They forced the Skywrath buy, they forced the Dragon Knight buy. I mean, you look at this fight recap. Look how much damage the PL did. His total team did 20,000. He did over 12,000 damage. He did like 60% of his team's damage all by himself. And I mean, can you really ask for more from your PL? Like, he's doing so much work. I think 9 class walking up was definitely a big question mark for me because this lasso is so important. I think getting it on a core, getting it on even the Pugna is really good, and him just dying is pretty bad. Also, he's so much net worth in the bat. You talked about this earlier. He's kind of like an offlane levels of net worth. He's got Blink, Ags, BKB. Like, he will catch multiple heroes in the fights. He'll pull them into his team, and I think he needs to live. I would want them to send even the DK. I think is a low impact hero. Like, throw this DK to the wolves. Tell him to go blink in and feed. I think that'll be good enough. Which it sounds really stupid, but
how reminiscent was that fight with yesterday with Yuma? Your BKB with the 2 heroes, Yuma get the Roshan, like, and then win the fight.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just really good at
just like,
that was wild.
His team fighting around the pit is just great.
If he doesn't get the refresher shard, he's just dead twice. Like, that was his the only play he possibly had was to get refresher shard, the repop BKB.
Wow. I mean, still though, this is the timing that you said. You know, really, you said peak 45 minutes in, like, this is absolute where, all right, then now the game really swings in a PARIVISION's favor. But if they don't win this game, I mean, this just shows how horrible of a PL hero it is. He's doing so much though on Satanic. He's 11-3. Like, it's nothing against him or what he's going on. Like, he's putting in so much work, but how are they not winning this game?
I mean, it's hard to say. I think Yuma's impact is really crazy. I think he's, like always, kind of the one keeping them in the game. Obviously, Whisper is playing really good. Devi's getting some really nice spears back, but I'm surprised that Satanic is actually getting held back by Radiant. Like, the Deafening Blast, I think, has been really annoying for him to deal with. Just like kind of pushing him back, taking the disarm. Also, if you press Deafening Blast before he presses
Whisper, don't TP there. Whisper, don't TP there. They're set up. Aeon is going to be activated, but they get rid of it instantly with the Nullifier too late. But he does still get the Cataclysm with the Arena. It's a lot of damage, but it's not enough for a full kill. Devi activates the second Arena, but it does nothing. They caught the Bat Rider down to the south, so at least they're able to get first kill, but they need more out of this. It's such a heavy investment. They got Whisper!
Wait, Whisper again?
They intercepted him trying to re-enter the team fight. That's an instant dieback on Whisper, and now it's all up to Yuma once again. We've seen him do it previously for Heroic. He now needs to do it. Is he going to be able to do it against the Satanic PL? Sunder's going to be there. He's standing his ground. They get the speed. No way, they're actually going to kill him, Yuma! Oh my god, dude.
How does he do it? Every single game, he does it. I mean, that was a disaster fight, no, for Heroic? Like, Whisper just dies, instantly buys back, dies again. It's 4v5 without your mid laner, which we said he is the solution to PL. What did I say was their second solution to PL? It's completely ignore him, kill his whole team first, and then survive him somehow, which, like, that was not an easy way to survive him and kill everyone. The Sunder on the Underlord just, like, gives him barely enough health. I don't know if DM was expecting to get sundered. I think usually in that situation, you think of the Terrorblade, he would sunder a PL illusion, right? But there he just he sees the Underlord, he reacts quick enough, gets him, which gets the kill, removing all these auras. And what was it, like a 14k lead just a couple minutes ago? Now it's even in favor of Heroic, gold-wise.
Man. Yeah, we peaked at 15k this game for PARIVISION. And this is...
Something I will say, which I wanted to say before the fight, but it's weird, is Satanic has 9,000 gold.
Yeah, well.
Which, like, why? What is he saving for? Is there like interest mechanic in the game they added? Because his surplus gold is 5,000. Like, he can buy a full item. He can buy an Ag's Blessing and almost a full item. He actually sells his boots instead of his Ag's Blessing, which is kind of interesting. I'm not 100% sure why, but anyway, yeah, I think it was a bit like, I think if he had an extra item, like a Basher, Terrorblade dies there. Like, he 100% dies if he gets bashed there once or twice. And just...
We'll see.
Is it just heroic magic? Like, I don't even know what to say at this point. Like, I'm just thinking of how heroic is winning these games, and it doesn't feel real.
Scary though, because it's the team again who it does a lot with confidence. They ride or die off the back of momentum, and they are definitely feeling it in this game in particular.
I mean, even yesterday, I've seen teams, I've played on teams where they get in this mode where even when you're playing in the games, you don't feel like you can lose. And no matter what, you're like, oh, we're going to find a way to win this game. And I feel like Heroic's in that mindset. Like, they can't lose.
Devi's in a bit of an awkward spot. He's going to have to run over towards the left. A defensive use of the arena. Refresh is actually going to be activated. Thinking about turning over towards the Underlord, but the Underlord's pretty survivable. Crimson activated. Yuma's hesitant to actually look to enter. Is going to be banking off the illusion to get the kill, and they will be able to do so. Lasso is their response. Deafening Blast to be able to counteract this, but the Phantom Lancer trying to do his best. Meanwhile, no one is losing this 1v1 versus Yuma. The bashes. Is it going to be enough? Yuma has a Sedunda. Is he going to be able to get it off? He does. Last seconds able to activate it. Satanic is now kind of by himself. The supports aren't really able to do a whole lot. So Satanic's call is need to disengage. He's going to try and duck under the cover of the Scepter, but they've scouted him out. They know exactly where he is. Other round of the Doppelganger, but they are continuing to run down the PL. He's just going to stand still and hope they know that this is not him. A Phantom Rush will miss out on the speed. He'll dodge the God's Rebuke as well. Live near the Cataclysm. They should surely get him. Satanic inching closer and closer back towards the base. They need to do something to keep him alive. PARIVISION, do they have anything left in the arsenal?
Nice Lotus.
A Lotus Orb to dodge the Abyssal. Four stuff. In no way is this guy not gonna freaking die. Oh my god, this is insane. My gem.
Oh, nice double lasso.
They get the lasso. Almost enough damage as well here. But they're not dealing with the Pugna. Finally, Satanic is going to recognize that this Pugna is a problem. But over to the right side, that's a dieback on your Bat Rider. Satanic by himself. Now, Whisper's falling pretty low on the resources. Doesn't have a lot of mana to work with inside the team fight. But they do have every single member back alive. Satanic against the world. Not enough when he doesn't have the team playing behind him. He's got a buyback. But is that enough?
I mean, DK's up. Maybe they can burst. Invoker's super low mana, but I mean, I think this is Mega Creeps at the least. It's Mega Creeps. This could be the game. There's no Bat Rider for 70 seconds, but no. PL board buyback force.
Still, Whisper's resources aren't the best. He doesn't have BKBs. What's Whisper doing here? Oh, Whisper? No buyback on him as well. Heroic.
Yuma's
doing incredible stuff. And now you just kind of give PARIVISION, you put an opportunity on a silver platter for them. They won't be able to disengage by the looks of it. K just like, take me instead of everyone else. Nyx is going to be able to scurry away. He'll force the offer to the TP out. Can they cancel it? They can't though. Get Roshan at least and also protect against the Megas.
I mean, oh, and it's moving. They keep. Okay, they bashed it. Whew, that was. I was scared. If they didn't get that Aegis, that would have been really bad. But I mean, the game got really, really hard, extremely quickly. I think no one's. For me right now, no one is struggling for PARIVISION. I think he's not really able to have this like impact in the fights. He's like blinking, stunning, and then he's trying to kill the Terrorblade because like in PARIVISION's mind, Terrorblade's winning all the fights, right? Like so that you want to stun this guy and you're like, yo, we have the Peel matchup. Like Peel's gonna jump the Terrorblade. Like all we have to do is stun him and give our Peel an opportunity. But there's so much kite. There's AoE deafening blast for Invoker. There's tornadoes. There's decreps. There's arenas. Random Nyx stuns. There's like all these things that just keep like poking the fight, delaying it, making it longer and longer and longer. And eventually, the BKBs run out. The ores run out. You maybe kill the Underlord. You have these like arenas. And there's some point in the fight that Yuma gets free time to hit. He does so much damage with those little time. And for the record, guys, he's 17-2-8. Like,
jeez,
owning
I
this
didn't even
game right
notice. Oh my god. I did not even notice. That's insane.
Yeah, he's crushing this game. He's been crushing this tournament like yesterday. Obviously, it's only the second series, but between the first two series, he's looking good.
Absolutely. Wow. What a crazy position we're in. I mean, all right, let's take a look at the buybacks. What do we got? Invokers is going to be up in 30 seconds. You've got Yumas. Mars is still down as well for a while, with the Nyx Assassin down as well. 3 heroes on die without it. Of course, the Aegis is very much going to help out Satanic, but how do you actually see the map playing out during this Aegis and with all the buybacks not available? Do you want to... Can anyone actually really play aggressive considering both sides are lacking buybacks right now? Are we just waiting for 60 minutes?
Yeah, I don't think. Well, I mean, the interesting thing is this Aegis is honestly not the biggest deal. The fact that it's on the PL, because he's not dying in the fights. If you haven't noticed, like if he's dying, he's the very last one, and if he's dying by himself, he's gonna die 2 times in a row. So realistically, Heroic could choose to just go and start the fight, but I think probably like the safe choice, like the cool, calm choice is just wait at the Aegis. Like there's no point. And yeah, that's gonna end up being these tier 5 items. So every time there's tier 5 items involved, I have no idea what the like solution is, because there's a lot of different items that can come out. I think the Divine Regalia for the PL could be a really big one. Maybe actually lets him do enough damage to kill these heroes. The Helm of the Undying could be really good on like a Bat Rider for PARIVISION. So I think PARIVISION has some really nice ones. And, you know, same can be said for Heroic. Imagine Whisper gets a Helm of the Undying and he's actually able to get spells off in these fights instead of just dying in the jump. And I'm finally glad Satanic has the Nullifier. So he'll actually be able to kill these decrep targets. The like Aeon discs as well on the Invoker and the Mars are going to be able to get purged. So I think he's been having a struggle to do killing damage. He's been doing a lot of like chip damage and forcing out defensive spells and cooldowns, but he hasn't really killed heroes in these last couple fights. Like he's done, I want to say like 10,000 plus damage every single fight, and maybe he kills 1 hero.
Top lane, what's going on here? Are we just joint farming? They're coming.
Having a good time. I mean, let's see. What is there? Okay, so Lincoln's for the Nyx Assassin is going to be done soon. Mars is getting Strength Blink, which is pretty soon. Refresher is about to be done on Invoker. Yuma can buy a Satanic, like a full Satanic with a buy. So it's like a lot of big items. Hex is really far away. So 4 big items for Heroic. I don't really know what Pari has like for any major items coming up. There's a Strength Blink for DK, but I think he probably wants to save his buy. Probably the Hex Sky is PARIVISION's biggest thing. He's about like 1,000 gold away from it. And maybe that's what they need to actually kill the Terrorblade. Like you press Hex on him, the second his BKB's out with the Nullifier, I would hope he wouldn't be able to survive like Bloodthorn, Nullifier, Hex, all into him.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see if this even play connects as well. Whisper's gonna, sorry, not Whisper. Divide's gonna run away. Schofield is still underneath the Observer Sentry. And they're gonna be able to find him. Devi's thinking about running back on over, but yeah, he's just gonna have to watch on the side
There's
lane.
no way Devi goes
Which
there.
Ducalis might run into him. They
Don't you
dropped
just blink
another
on him and,
ward.
like,
Devi,
cancel
does he
his-
blink?
No, just blink on him.
Oh, what's going on? Oh, he's TP. Okay.
Oh no, just or press the Underlord. Oh, that would have been such a big kill for them to get because he has no buyback on the Mars. I mean, even then, Schofield has no buy for 90 seconds. I just don't think. I don't know if they might try to take one side. They might try to take this top side of Rax.
But they might get Megged. See how they're currently setting up though on Heroic. They already got the Terrorblade illusions in.
Yeah.
DM is defending, but they might jump before.
Does he die in the burst? Probably. He does
With
have
no one
AC
else
and a
here?
BKB and a Crimson.
Well, they're going to be careful though because they're actually starting to TP back. So this actually might catch them off guard.
Oh,
They're going to
that
go
was a
deep.
slow
Oh,
spear.
Devi, a little bit messy. Really, really slow. And now Devi,
There's Aeon.
he will be able to get away though by the looks of it. And they're actually all just mass TPing out. Devi hasn't TP'd out just yet. Are they going to be able to get a glimpse of him?
No.
Okay, okay.
That was. I mean, I think if they get that spear on the Underlord, it would have been big because he doesn't have buy right now, and I do think he actually would have been bursted by like an Alacrity TB hitting him. And the other big thing was Yuma popped meta
Radiant are scanning.
in preparation for that kill because he was expecting the spear to actually land. So he does have a refresher; he'll be able to use it. But yeah, there's gonna be like 70 seconds right now where he will have to use refresher if they want to take a big fight. And tier 5 items in 4 seconds. Do you have any in particular you like? Like, is there a
This
tier
game
5 you're like, oh,
specifically
this
or
is
general?
just in general? Like, do you like any tier 5 items? Like, do you think any?
I
you
think the
see one, you're
Regalia
this
is
is really
cool.
sick.
I
like
think the
Regalia.
Regalia is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a cool concept. I mean, it's nothing too crazy. You know, it's like divine kind of, but Regalia is yeah probably the better one that I like out of all of them.
Okay. I want to like Unrelenting Eye, which is like the slow resistance one, and the status res one, but
It's so
it's like so hard to take. Like you think about it, you're like, oh, that sounds cool, but then in concept, it's not that good. The status res is good. You get 50% in team fights if you're around their whole team.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one. All right, so
Yeah,
Stygian
I mean-
Desolator for PL, and he got Audacious, which is the attack speed, magic damage. So a bunch of damage gets picked up by Satanic
Oh,
now.
wow.
Invoker is getting the Book of the Dead with the CDR, which is super nice on Invoker. Let's see which one. Devi gets the free little mini BKB, the Minotaur Horn. Another Book of the Dead for Schofield. So they're just stacking up the Necronomicons on the side of Heroic.
What did Yuma get? He got Regalia, Helm. Probably doesn't go book. Regalia plus what? He's got
I
the
think
base damage. He
Regalia
also has the Audacious. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I would probably expect. Yeah. Oh no, he went
went
Humbly
Helm.
Undying.
Okay.
I will say the
Have they
Humbly
got a
Undying
gem on
feels
Radiant?
better because you can press buyback. You lose so much if you die with the Divine Regalia. Like, you lose the passive and the active part of the item, so you just don't have a neutral item at all. I think that if it was you only lose the like artifact part of it and not the enchantment, it'd be better. But it's such a big risk. All right, that's another Book of the Dead bug that took one too. So they actually have 3 Book of the Deads on Radiant.
Whereas Die, we're playing with 2 Stygian Desolators, 2 Helm of the Undyings. DM actually went for the
He
eye.
actually went unrelenting eye. Okay, why? Status resistance
Middle tower
is good versus like Invoker and Mars and Nyx. The slow is kind of mediocre. Like what slows are there? It's pretty much just Terrorblade, Q, and Invoker Ice Wall, right?
Yeah.
But it's definitely for the status res. I think he wants to be able to tank because he also took the primary attribute, so it's 40 free strength. So he's super tanky on that Underlord. You can't really stun him. He has a bunch of HP. I mean, this is a... I don't really know who wins this fight. Like, I think the biggest change from the fights before is the nullifier on PL. I think a lot of the time he wasn't able to secure these kills because he didn't have a nullifier and they didn't have a nullifier on the team, or like Dragonite had it, but he was kind of dying really early in the fights. But now, hopefully, he actually is going to be able to kill heroes. I also want no one to like find a way to attack this fight.
Heroic smoke on the low ground. Dekalis is a little bit in front of the rest of the team. Device even got a
they
jump
read
as well,
illusion?
but it's just illusions. Oh yeah. They're gonna try and
Underlord.
get the outpost, but it's a really nice pit. It's going to separate the team fight. Lasso onto the Lotus, but they should still be able to deal with the Nyx
Nice
assassin. Nyx isn't dead just yet. It's a bit of a messy engagement.
gonna die.
The multiple fights are breaking out. They killed off the Pug, the Mimel over to the left side. Whisper and Yuma looking to retreat together. Nightclass
another
wanting to
lasso.
chase another round of the lasso, but it instantly broken away thanks to the Aeon Disc. Whisper's going to be protected. Turns with the Deathling Blast. Yuma's into the middle of it all. Is he going to be able to find a
Yuma's
standard
dead.
target? He will not. He has the helm of the
She's
Overlord,
stuck,
but still will get the kill up there. No one. Where is Whisper? Whisper's out. Okay, you got the Invoker out of danger, but you did lose Yuma. Third death of the game here from the Terrorblade.
I didn't think about that. Because, so he went Helm of the Undying, right? And when you die, you have 1 health.
So stupid, actually.
So you just have 6 seconds to press Sunder and insta-kill any target. Oh my god, that's so annoying. I actually haven't seen that before.
Such a weird fight. I mean, you get Dekalis like runs forward down to on the low ground. He's able to get back up to the high. You see, Nyx is just tanking so many spells. I mean, Schofield is taking such a long time to be killed off. Sky, I think he's getting killed from the illusions and the Invoker as well. What's going on?
This was a really nice lasso too. It's actually
Whisper and Divide?
lasso the Aeon Disc.
Okay, that's a
Oh,
dive
they got
back onto
Dekalis.
Dekalis. And now Satanic's actually running forward. Whisper is chill. Is Devi as well? Devi might not be chill though. He's got BKB. Not going to be able to activate anything.
He's not
Whisper will
pressing
do his
it.
best to
Why?
protect it, but yeah, he's just going to die.
I think maybe they're... Oh, okay, so the Roche moved to top while all this was happening. So he's probably holding his BKB. So he can buy back for the Roche fight. Right, because if he wastes his BKB there, when he buys back for this Roche fight, he wouldn't have it. So now... I think it was actually a good play for him to not try to live there, because he's probably dead anyway, even if he rests his BKB. Stressful game right now. And that, yeah, that is a buy for Dekalis. So this Roche fight is guaranteed 4v5.
Yeah, and they're just going to buy. All right. So where are the current map state? No one is actually still inside the base. He's got boots of travel too, so he's going to be able to TP out and join if they actually want to contest, but looks like they're going to give this up. So what's the buyback status for Radiant? I don't think you give the Aegis to Devi. He will, okay. Aegis on Devi. I mean, Yuma's lacking some slots, I suppose. He'll eat the cheese, or take it, sorry. And KJ holds Refresher. Of course, you have Refresher Orb on the Invoker along with the Mars, so they don't want that. TB has it too, so...
Yeah, pretty much
double
everyone has
decrep,
it.
sick.
I think... Yeah, you put 2 netherwards down? That's great. That goes crazy. I mean, unironically, if you
how
have the
much burst
25
is on
talent,
Schofield?
it's a lot. Oh, if Schofield had Refresher and he like double ult
Yeah.
or whatever, that's a lot of damage. He would
Yeah.
pretty much kill any hero.
He still doesn't have shard as well. There's something you brought up in the draft versus the DK.
Yeah, I
and
thought
the
that's why they
Underlord.
wanted it.
It's a little bit
Break,
surprising.
but maybe they were hoping they'd get it from Tormentor, and then he keeps like valuing these like Lotus Orb, Lincoln's Orb too much to spend his gold.
No one. If you step a little bit too
no
far
one.
forward, they might consider about going. You see, Devi is super close to trying to get the initiation. They have this high gun ward, so they are well aware that Devi is trying to find this opening. Just send the army, though. Devi, is this the time to go? And it's going to be. He'll find this speed combination with the DK pinned up against the wall. He's got a buyback. So they will be able to still make this game a 5v5 on the defense. But the buildings are protected for the Crimson. That's going to expire, though. Soon to be Megas.
I don't know if you waste Glyph here if you're a PARIVISION. I think if they really want to all in the racks, you just give it to them. Because they're going to, well, they use it. Ooh. But they're going to get the Megas anyway, right?
It's that's just going to die anyway, yeah. Devi got a spear over to the right side as well. It's not going to be enough damage to get the counter to Carlos. Meanwhile, the last one drag back as well. They got Yuma inside the last one. Is he going to be able to find a Sunder target? No, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Yuma still has the helm of the Overlord. Can he chase down? No one. He didn't get in range. So this time we'll not be able to see the return kill from Yuma. They got the Megas, but it cost them the life for the Terrorblade. Importantly, we've got to keep in mind what happened as well. PARIVISION, they did buy back on no one. So it wasn't like it was a free defense from them.
I mean, I don't like that no one is the one getting jumped there. I feel like if DM's getting jumped, he actually might live. Like you got a lot of status resistance from this item. 50%, the stun's gonna last like 1 second. You'll get your BKB off because they might not chain stun. I don't know. That it just feels bad, right? Like, sure, you got the Terrorblade, but you lose your Dragon Knight, you force his buy, they still get the Mega Creeps. It's not like a win for you. And for Heroic, they could just wait 45 seconds, 50 seconds, play slow. Even they could just play super slow and just like slowly wait till the next Aegis, just like keep poking the base. Like, there's no rush at all for Heroic. I think they feel so confident going into the later parts of this game.
These fights feel so weird, dude. Like, this is such a crazy position we're in where you're speaking like your 44, 45 minutes where PL is literally just king. I mean, 16, 5, and 12 on Satanic, but you're now late game. I don't know. It felt like we've been getting decent lashers as well from 9 class, but just something isn't going right for PARIVISION in the fights where they're actually converting with the opportunities 9 class is preventing them. Or presenting.
I think the Dragon Knight's kind of been struggling to do damage, is what it's felt like. He's going into the, even like in the mid-game fights, like he'd blink in and the Terrorblade would just kill him. I think even now, he gets stunned, he just dies. And it's hard to play Dragon Knight versus Terrorblade. Like, we talked this all the way, you know, it feels like it was the other day when we talked about the draft. But Terrorblade's super good at just bursting single target damage. So he has a rough game. And so I think it's probably in his best interest to let the fight develop and maybe play to kill the Pugna, kill the Invoker. Like, I think going on the Terrorblade with everyone just doesn't feel that good because there's so much kite. He's really not dying.
Yeah. Well, they want to close the game out right here, right now, here from Heroic. It's been an incredible performance to put themselves in this position. They see no one. Devi's going to get the spear over towards the left side, which is closer towards the reinforcements. No one this time is protected with the Aeon Disc. And now how does the fight further break out? Over to the right side, they did get the last hope, but the Batrider's just dying to the illusions. 9 class, what can he do afterwards? Tries to turn with the second lasso, won't be able to find it off because Whisper's going to be able to protect himself with the tornado. Where is Satanic? He just doesn't feel comfortable with running into the middle of the team fight here with the Phantom Lance. He needs to find an opportunity, but hasn't found it just yet. Yuma? Wait, Yuma?
The next stun.
They got one stun. Terror Wave full up over the left side. They got him. Okay, so the TP's dead, but he's going to have the stun down. No one's dead without a buyback. A 4v5 guarantee. They've been able to isolate DM as well inside the arena. If they got the damage still with the Terrorblade Helm of the Overlord, they're killing him off. Satanic, this is your time to shine. This is your time to prove how good the PL can actually be. But with the throne exposed and no glyph, it's going to be such a difficult defense. He'll try and turn towards the Terrorblade off the back of the buyback. KJ isn't enough to keep him alive. And now Satanic's going to try and turn to deal with KJ. He's going over to the right side. Meanwhile, Whisper eyes on the prize. The throne is the only thing on his mind right now and closing out this game 1. Man, what a game. What a way to start our final series here of the night. This is shaping up like an incredible best of 3 with these two teams.
That was, I mean,
Piece in particular? Because I mean the Earthshaker can't really do a whole lot. Are we just looking for like the Marcy to be able to make some rotations? Like, what's the go?
I think the first step is going to be where the supports end up. I think for PARIVISION, if they do the Chen in the offlane with the Axe, I think that's going to set up Axe to have a decent game. And then you also have the Marcy Troll, which is pretty good. For you, it's much better than having Chen versus the Primal. So it'll fix their lanes. I think, funny enough, Heroic can also then lane swap and put Jakiro in the safe lane and bug you in the off lane. So there's a lot of stuff the supports can do to change how the game will play out and like how the lanes will play out in particular. But in terms of like post laning stage, early mid game, I think it's gonna be a lot about how much they were able to stack for the Shaker, how fast he can get his blink, and if he gets a good blink reveal on Puck and like blink echoes him on the mid wave, gets a good gold advantage. I think that's how they're gonna kind of want to do it.
Okay. All right. We'll look for the stacks early on here for PARIVISION. A little bit more difficult for them to be able to create some stacks with the Marcy.
That's another reason why I feel like it'd be good if they end up putting the Chen in the offlane, right? Because then you set up your Chen's in the perfect spot to even just send a creep to stack for himself.
The battle begins.
It doesn't look like they're doing a lane swap. Devi. He's got TP in 4.
It's just a random
fine,
Axe here. Is he?
No battle hunger for 6.
Sorry, we just.
Yeah, dying at the same time. Oopsies.
All right. Yumi gets first blood. Do you feel like Dai have a decent lineup to be able to contest the stacks that PARIVISION will make for no one?
Not particularly. I think if Whisper's doing super good in the mid lane, yeah, he can like walk over and press orbs a bunch. But Shaker is actually one of the best heroes at defending stacks, because if you try to contest him, this guy presses Echo on, you know, 10 creeps, 12 creeps or something, and everyone who's in range dies because there's so many creeps for the Echo to bounce off of. So funny enough, it's actually pretty hard to contest. Shaker's like one of the better heroes at taking stacks compared to like, say, a Timbersaw, who ends up taking a bunch of damage.
Sure, okay.
Like a DM's already set up to try to cut these waves, at least like pull them. And 9 class pulled the other wave. So they're just going to keep running in circles, pulling waves, which is something I was worried about, which is why I was maybe hoping the Jakir would go here. But Pugna's going to be fine. Ursa will be fine, but I think that it's just the Axe is going to get a lot out of this. And Pugna might not be fine with this,
KJ
actually.
fine? No, it doesn't look like it. He's got a Fairy Fire in the blast to be able to continue to put some damage into 9 class. Yuma's going to try and offer some help, but he's a little bit too late. So Dim gets a bit of a freebie here. Not bad.
Yeah, good. I mean, really good for DM. Like, this was a hard lane for him. I think he picks his Axe early. If he has a good lane, I think their timings are going to be super fast. Like, between him and the Chen getting these fast auras, it's going to be really nice. I will say I will be worried for Heroic if they fall behind and PARIVISION hit all their timings. I just see a world where Heroic has just like crazy fast timings, like 7-minute timings with the Primal Beast. Like, I think a lot of this game is going to come down to Defy and how his game goes, how active he's able to play. And then the other thing would probably just be if Whisper ever gets caught out. I think that's going to hurt them a lot.
Okay. Well, so far, Whisper, of course, is struggling in this matchup here with the Earthshaker 18 and 5 compared to the 12 last hits.
Look at top lane. Yuma.
Yeah. The rebound on forward, looking like a nice kill potentially, but the Decrypt's going to try and slow this down. They are having to go out of the tower for this, and Yuma's going to be okay though. But the battle hunger isn't going to tick him. They've got a Selv as well to help getting back up. It was KJ Selv, so not going to be too much health given back over towards Yuma. Meanwhile, Schofield as well is having to run all the way back to base. But Primal is not getting as much out of this lane as I was expecting. 18 and 12 compared to the 8 last hits on Devi.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Axe so far. Like, he's doing really good in the lane, and it's always really nice to see the double melee lanes. For me, I always find it extremely interesting seeing like I think the original one was Soxa 33. They were one of the first offlane duos to play it, like a lot of these double melees.
Whoa,
ooh, no
that's
one.
a big kill.
There's a nice Schofield TP on the water in. That's a super big one. We talked a lot about he has to get this like blink echo timing to kill the puck. It's gonna be a bit slower. But yeah, I just like how they do creep manipulation. I think it's always really cool to see where the Marcy pulls the creeps, when the Axe pulls the creeps, and like he just keep running in circles, and you're just nullifying the Ursa counter matchup, right? Because Ursa wants to be able to run down the Axe, but you can't run down the Axe if you never get him.
Yep. A much different state of Dota than that we have now compared to, you know, X amount of years ago, when the offlane is sacked and you got to do some other crazy things to be able to find your farm. And now you just drag waves and maybe try and snipe some quarters. It would have been a nice one to get. Yuma with phase makes it a little bit more easy, and they will be able to run DM down. Actually jumps on over. So 9 class seeing an opportunity to be able to get the kill over towards the Pugner, who should surely tick out of the battle hunger. But Yuma
he denies himself.
I mean, so DM is going to be able to run him down, and meanwhile Yuma phase boots his back up. One more swipe here, so it will be a 1-for-1. DM's even able to get a courier as well.
I think Yuma's the one happier about it, just because he's buying a farming item. DM just, it looks, oh, he's not even going Dom. He's just going straight pipe.
Ooh.
Interesting. I'm not super sold on that, to be honest, but he's in danger.
Absolutely, potentially going to give a kill over
There's a
towards
coil.
Whisper. No one's going to
level
try
5.
and chuck some spells. I mean, Whisper doesn't really have any mana, though, to be able to play with after the coil. So no one's going to be able to run down KJ, which does give him his level 6 now to help assist with the power room, which is going to be a haste. Actually, going to try and use it and run down Whisper. Gets the accuracy to stop the jaunt. The timing, he doesn't get the jaunt away. No one with a double kill, and now he has completely made amends from the kill we saw previously that they found over towards the Earthshaker.
All right, he's back. I can't believe that kill worked on the puck.
Did he not have time to jaunt?
I think in my ear it sounded like the orb was so active. I wasn't looking, but I think he could have like
Top lane? Really making this attempt onto Yuma? Yuma's getting ran down at the moment. 3 points up on the battle hungers. You know, starting to chip, maybe forcing some reactions.
I mean, battle hunger is such an annoying spell to play into. But he's finishing his cornucopia.
Whoa,
he snipes the courier. He's got the jump.
Can jump on over. Okay. Alright, so but the Wisdom's going to be a 1-for-1. Devi is going to get theirs. Looks like 9 class will find the others. So the supports are going to have a bit of a difficult time with finding levels. We'll see how much of a problem this is going to be as we head towards the lane starting to dissolve. Both the Troll and Earthshaker sit in pretty in regards to the last hits. PARIVISION are putting themselves in a position to potentially dive.
He was in a bit of danger.
He's going to need some assistance pretty quickly. He does get it off, but even with the enraged Jews, they are coming through the portal. Satanic and Dekalis are going to wave Yuma goodbye. And this Ursa was having a pretty decent start, but that's not going to continue to be the case. Schofield ducks into the trees. He's going to be okay. I think they got a glimpse of him with this Observer Ward, so they do still know that he's sticking around.
Under attack. Dire structures are fortified.
That was a almost cool play by Yuma. Like, he knows he's one creep away. He hits the range creep just in time to get ult and probably survive. But yeah, the gate
is coming. Is there an air damage as well? Coil doesn't connect on Satanic though, unfortunately, so it should just be the kill onto Dekalis.
Didn't get the hit.
Nice response from 9 class. Just disposes Whisper away. He should be able to catch up to... No, actually not going to jaunt. and see some of the other heroes.
PARIVISION's just playing really clean right now with the map movements.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Thankfully for Heroic, I think
Device?
Devi has a lot of space, but might not have space for much longer.
No, not at all. So he's making space, so it looks
What?
like this tower's going to go down top lane.
There's no way he lives, right?
This is
Lincoln 2.
nowhere. You denying? The blood grenade! What is that sequence? That's it. That's crazy. Oh my god.
He backpacked his bracer on the Primal Beast, too,
Oh wow.
to lower his health, right? So that the creeps would hopefully kill him. That was a really good attempt by Devi. I respect that a lot. That was good. And especially the moving the bracer, like that was quick thinking, you know? This guy's on top of it. Ooh, Satanic's cornucopia goes down.
A lot of vision around the mid lane here for Heroic. So looking to try and divert some of their forces around this area. Wanting to put pressure on towards the tower, but probably importantly as well, try and secure some of the power runes. No one's ready though. Blink, Echo Slam. He's got 9 class nearby offering some follow-up. So Whisper has to be perfect. Strength Tread's activated, always making sure that he's got that extra little bit of health. Even Yuma's going to be here as well. So they recognize the importance of these power runes. Now will be an arcane to the hands of Whisper.
Now, Arcane Puck is probably one of the best Arcane carriers in the game alongside Storm. It's so hard to play versus a Puck, especially at this time of the game because you don't have like a Hex to deal with. You don't have your BKBs. Devi though, still getting a lot of, well, actually, I mean, just by seeing how he's playing, I thought he was rich, but he's really not. He's actually the most
Not really.
struggling core.
And we didn't see the movements that you were kind of hoping for out of the Primal Beast. I mean, he's not been active once this game.
It was just, I was watching the Spirit series earlier and Collapse was playing somewhat similar. It was a Primal versus Chen and he just ran over the game. He had like a 12-minute blink, was getting kills off cooldown, and this is not feeling like kind of the same Primal Beast.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Which is putting PARIVISION in a position where they're getting closer towards these auras. You know, with this pipe rush for Axe is going unpunished. The Chen as well, you know, about to be level 6 with drums. So
Dire are
do you feel like now Heroic, are they going to be able to match what we're going to see pretty shortly here from PARIVISION's kind of 5-man?
I mean, so for me, I think this pipe brush is like scary on the Axe. I think
Yuma?
not having,
Early in rage, they're going to be able to get the claw out of the Earthshaker as well. Important, if they can
That
keep
class
the
looks
damage
fine.
going, will prevent the blink. And they're pretty hesitant to run into PARIVISION, considering they've already set themselves up controlling this side of the map. Satanic's going to be here to clean up the towers. The safe lane will go down from Heroic. Meanwhile, Devi's still nowhere to be seen. He's just continuing to farm down bottom. Wanting to get closer towards his blink.
I'm just worried that it's a bit all in for the Axe. Like he gets the pipe and yeah, the next like 5-6 minutes, great. He's gonna be so strong. But the second they like fall behind, you just have a first sighted pipe. You don't have a Dom to help you farm. You don't have the Blink Blade Mail to scale. Like you have this one timing and that's it. Like sure, Axe does farm pretty fast with your counter Helix. It's just, it feels very committal to not buy the Dom or just a Blade Mail or anything before the pipe.
But if it does work out this
It's-
time,
well, yeah,
how
yeah.
devastating do you feel like it'll be?
They could win the game before like
Okay.
20-25 minutes if it works.
Battle Hunger is so much damage. Watching KJ just takes so much. He's also pretty low level as well. Just hit 5 as a kind of the result of Devi taking the wisdom previously.
And both teams are, I think, pretty content to hit creeps and farm for different reasons. PARIVISION wants to do it because they want to hit the real timing before they group up and fight. And Heroic, I think, just believes they'll probably scale really hard. And so they're hitting creeps just for the vibes. You know, like, just do your thing. Don't die.
The vibes are important. Absolutely need to keep them high, PARIVISION. Do you?
They really need this
what are your
divide
thoughts?
dagger.
Okay. Well, he's getting close to it.
I think once he gets that's their key, their like time to. All right, guys, let's go smoke up. Let's look for some random kills here and there. Let's maybe try to kill a shaker. Like they need to start doing stuff with it because I think PVision is closing in on the timing. Even like S and Y troll, he's pretty far away. He's 3,000 gold away, but still, that's enough. That's HP. That's status res. That's I think health restoration bonus. So like the Chen will heal you more. Having your pipe with more HP is always really nice. And I don't even think he needs like a BKB or anything after that.
On top lane, they are circling onto Takalis, so it looks like the smoke doesn't convert into a kill in the mid lane. But they'll at least get some gold as a result of it. KJ's even going to be able to snipe the Wisdom Rune as well, which was super nice. Again, considering his lack of levels, just hit level 6 thanks to that. Feels like inching closer and closer towards his big fight that's coming up. But the blink is now online for Devi. Yep. And pipe is also getting delivered for DM. So we are ready to go.
Chen drum's finished. And I mean, I'm always scared of playing these drafts, like these timing drafts, because it does put you on a time limit. Like the Chen with your offlaner rushing a pipe. But to me, this game definitely feels like if Heroic can withstand this timing, I think they're fine. But I think PARIVISION has the tools to just take a swift win. I think Shaker is really good at these like early mid games because just one blink echo, you get kills. You're still at the point of the game where it does a lot of damage. And there's no pipe for Heroic, so it's going to be the full match damage. And then you have the whole like auras for Chen. You have your troll, which is this tanky hero that Ursa can't really man fight in the mid game. But like, I like Heroic's draft. You know, like I want to see them get to this mid game timing that like the Primal and the Ursa are just shredding heroes with the two of them.
Sure. Oh, we'll see if they're going to be able to reach that stage though. PARIVISION want to try and change the status of this game considering the items that have been delivered. This will help them bring down the T1 tower. And with the water around mid lane, let's see if they can do anything on a Heroic. DM steps out forward, but...
Roche, right? Yeah.
Now, do we fight this on Heroic? Do you feel like they... Is this a fight you want to contest?
No. I think it's still a bit... like too early for Heroic to hit their timings. I think you want your Ursa to get at least the Blink Dagger. Sure, the Primal is a Blink, but I don't think it's like a 5v5 item. It's more of like a pick-off item. And Puck also wants your Blink. Like you're kind of close to a lot of these like timings, like a couple hundred gold away from double Blink specifically. And that's your triple Blink, I guess. That's your split kill timer, right? Which we had a concept with Astini, which had a couple names, but it's basically there's concepts of, I think at one point we called it like Little Fish and Big Fish was the name.
Okay.
And it was basically if you're mode Little Fish, you don't look to really 5v5. You want to like set up with traps that can kill kind of like isolated heroes. And you play to like shove lanes, kind of be annoying, like dodge them. But then when you're Big Fish, you want to look for like team fights. You know, you want to take these like big fights. You want to push towers, take objectives. And I think Heroic right now, they're in that Little Fish phase. Like you want to get these blinks, you want to get some random Primal Beast jump with the Ursa killing or the Jakiro plus Puck, you get these random kills. Whereas PARIVISION is the Big Fish, right? They got these auras, they got the Aegis, they want to take these towers. And I think it's definitely very scary for the next couple minutes of Heroic. I think if Heroic makes one bad call that they actually force a real team fight, that I think PVision could just run over the game.
So how did the Little Fish set up the trap at this stage of the game? Like how do you actually put the map in a position where you can find just the one isolated pick-off?
It's a lot about
potentially
setting up,
mid?
Like the correct amount of heroes. Like you can't bring 5 heroes to the certain areas. Like you have to bring like 3. and maybe with like a fourth farming nearby. So in this case, it's like usually the supports plus Ursa are going to connect to the puck and the primal pushing out the lanes.
With a random fissure clipping onto Whisper. He's actually going to try and jump in to still take
That
the
was a
rune, but the region's
quick
got a
reaction
DM.
by DM.
Meanwhile, top... where's this tower?
Tower's gone.
Apparently Satanic was just beating onto the T2 tower, and the whole time they were worried about the rune. So you were saying kind of have someone farming near 3 heroes, maybe setting up a
Yeah,
gank,
I think the setup is going to be puck and primal have to show on lanes to farm. Like that's where most of their farm is going to come from. And so you let them do their things, and then Ursa plus the supports are going to be the ones that are making moves. Like Ursa's going to be farming the jungle off the map. He's going to smoke with the Chikiro, and then he's going to be next to the primal beast, and then primal's going to like find some random jump, and they take it as 2. And it's usually going to be around the side lanes. Usually when you're this like avoidant team, you want to play side lanes because mid is
okay.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
mid's the center of the map, and so it's really easy for heroes to connect. But in side lanes, people are way more by themselves and further away from their teammates. It looks like Heroic kind of want to fight.
The DM with the blink reveal is going to be able to get the call over towards the Jakiro. So another support will go down. KJ will be able to make it back to the safety of his high ground, but we are starting to see the ball come online here from PARIVISION. A second tier 2 tower that they're just able to walk down, and Heroic, really no rebuttal from them.
I mean, they're fighting into the aura timing, right? Like it just feels so bad. You don't want to lose these towers and just like give up everything, but you just, if you don't bring your entire team, this is the issue right now with the auras. If you don't bring your entire team, you don't have the damage. But then if you bring your entire team, you might still lose and the game ends. So it's like you want to bring enough heroes so you can kind of poke and maybe force them away from the tower. But the second you get caught, you know you can't fight. And so they're just losing, they're bleeding supports constantly. Especially
They're gonna have to
King
continue
Jump.
to bleed some objectives on the map. A tormentor
It's gonna be
that's
like
now
a
going to be
4K lead.
claimed. And they will move through the portal. Now, Heroic are starting to come together. They seem like they've got the read that maybe something could be going through the portal. The scan's a little bit late, but they are setting up to potentially intercept them re-entering into their jungle. They do see DM currently farming down bottom. The only other person nearby is going to be Satanic, and Satanic really ain't going to do much versus the Ursa. Now, DM has survived a little bit longer. Whisper's going to be able to TP over the top, but the pipe's going to be there. Is Raiden going to TP down to the T2 tower to offer any help? Divide will be in, but the damage is just not enough at the moment. But they're showcasing how tanky they can be. Yuma might be in some danger. The Fissure is creating some problems here for Dire. Yuma's Earthshock's going to be up in a couple of seconds, but over to the left side, Echo Slam, no one, just solo onto Divide. They haven't got any kills yet. What an interesting engagement. Absolutely they are. Satanic wants some stuns. He's not going to be able to find it now without the Earthshaker. Satanic will be able to pop the ultimate the last second, but it's just not enough. The decrypt, Divide Llama, finally they're going to be able to get the kill, but Satanic, he's got no one. They'll wait for the ages to expire, kill him off afterwards, and you couldn't have painted a better fight for Heroic.
I mean, that was... I don't think they should have won that fight, to be honest. You look at the lead, they're down, what, I think it was like 5k gold walking into that fight. They're down all these auras. There's a sick fissure block on the Ursa, he's trapped, but the fight gets split. You see 9 class and Satanic are like on the right side of the fight, and then you have no one on the left side of the fight. He has to press his Echo to kind of survive, and it's like the two cores, I think the men in the off lane for Heroic, just played so good between Divide and Whisper, just baiting out the spells, kind of kiting back and forth. Divide, sure, he goes down in the end, but he lived so long, it just kept making enough space that Yuma kept picking. He picked off the axe, then he picks off the troll, then he picks off the Chen. Like, he's just getting these kills back to back in the fight, and it was just really nice to see how they're moving around each other.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. And all set up as well off the back of, I mean, just KJ with a constant decrypt. Like, you didn't kill his pug.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great
multiple
decrypt.
times.
I will say,
So, yeah,
I think this is his 4th Pugna game in a row. This tournament, I think they picked it every single game.
Yesterday
maybe,
did as well, so yeah.
Yeah, maybe you ban it potentially. Like, he's looking pretty good on the hero. He's picking it every game. It's not a fun hero to play versus. It's very annoying.
And they play super well with it inside teamfight too.
Yeah,
like, that's just another
they're
thing.
very.
And not only does he play well, but they like
cores,
utilize his spells.
Yeah, the cores are very aggressive, right? Which means that having save, if you have very defensive cores that are scared to go in and play to the limits, decrypt's not that good. Because then you're gonna like jump behind your tier 2, you're decrypting a guy who's done nothing in the fight, and like you're both running away. But when you have, you know, like Yuma, for example, he just goes in. You got Devi, he's going in, and then they're actually trading health, getting decrypt, baiting out a lot of stuff. Pugna's able to save you. It's just really nice to see them all playing around each other.
Oh. PARIVISION looking to strike back. It's going to be a smoke off on them. I believe the BKB is getting delivered for Satanic. And they will link with no one as well. Had a bit of a frustrating last team fight, but we still know how much this Earthshaker is going to be able to provide them if he finds the combination. The connection needs to be right, though. They're going to be able to run into the Jakiro, so it looks like a quick and easy kill to give them the numbers advantage. Meanwhile, Yuma's far over towards the left side as well. Enrage is going to be activated early on, but now Yuma, how is he going to be able to step away? KJ's in a position of maybe giving the decrypt. Vision will come through. There's the decrypt out. He used it a little bit early, and Whisper's just going to have to stand over and watch his carry be killed off. He'll kill off the wave and be able to get away. They're TPing to maybe catch up to him. No one gets the stun, has the echo. Everyone else is a little bit too far away though, but the blinking orb's going to be back up because he's playing with the arcane rune, but he is starting to get surrounded. He didn't jaunt. He didn't jaunt.
Whisper?
Whisper. Okay.
He had arcane rune. It wasn't like, oh, the troll's going to be on me, I'm in danger. Like, it was 1 second. He wouldn't die, and then he could just phase shift again, blink out. What?
Some mistakes. All right.
And that's a big kills. Also with Roshan about to be spawning in 5 seconds. Heroic might have lost it if PARIVISION goes to check it.
It's a fight you won without Satanic BKB as well. Didn't even have to use it inside that last team fight.
Also, the cool thing, the matchup I was going to say, we were talking about Pugna earlier. Troll Ags is super good versus Pugna. You basically have a purge on a, I think, 4-second cooldown when you get the Ags. Yeah, 4-second cooldown. So all these, the decrypts on the troll, he can remove for himself. Decrypts on enemies, he can remove with his ranged axes. There's a lot of stuff he can purge this game. The biggest ones is like all the Jakiro slows, the Ursa slow, the Primal slow. Like there's a bunch of these random slows, but the big one is obviously all the decrypts. And so it can get scary again. I think we stopped worrying as much when they won that fight. We're like, oh, maybe they like got past this scary aura timing, right? Like it's now an even game, and Heroic's draft is better than even game. But I would say Ags is the next big timing, and even then, Troll out carries this game. Troll is a better 1-to-1 carry match with Ursa, and he's with the Ags very good versus their team. It's just the rest of PARIVISION, I worry about their impact. Like if they're able to control Warlord and kite him out, I think that's how Heroic has to win these games. Or this game.
Do you agree with the read from them to give up Roche?
I think ideally they would have wanted to fight the Roche, but the second you're split pushing and you're hoping it would spawn a bit later,
Whisper.
and you're late, it's not.
Bottom lane, they're setting up.
He dies again.
What a beautiful use of the Observer Ward DM, and no one might be able to get KJ as well. No one. Ooh, nice TP spot.
I mean, these especially Puck, that's back to back on Puck feels so bad because there's so many items that you want, like the big ones like Parasma. This game is Aeon Disc for the Earthshaker. Even the call Aeon Disc kind of saves you from. But I think if he doesn't have those deaths, he'd be closing in on the Aeon Disc, or even just like being greedy because he's not dying and buying the Parasma. And I think both of those matter so much. Whereas now it's like he's behind. Sure, his game is still good, but I think you want to be ahead in this kind of game, like easily ahead. And it's it's getting back into the aura scary timing, like group up low damage for heroic, but they still have the ability to fight, which is nice. I think that Ursa, it does do enough damage to kill heroes. Primal does do enough damage to kill heroes, and Puck just needs to be a nuisance. And probably, I think Whisper's whole job this game can kind of boil down to find the Shaker and cancel his blink. KJ also canceled his blink by forcing it to be used on him and dying, so that's
Absolutely.
that's something. That's 12 seconds of or 15 seconds of Noah not being able to
Nice.
kill Puck.
Very
It's a
cool.
big,
Very cool.
good sacrifice.
Now they're gonna have
3
some
minutes
problems with their
left.
high ground though.
I think they just go. There's like nothing stopping them. Troll is too strong.
have to try in some way deal with the banner. Divide's gonna push Divide. Okay. Oh, they're gonna be careful on top of that.
Really nice
the Macropie, this damage
There's a
might
jump
catch
again.
them by surprise.
Wait, Echo on
They're gonna
nothing?
do their best with the Echo Slam, but it really doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Titanic gets a freebie. But still, how does the fight break out afterwards
Titanic's
now
really
that some of the
deep.
spells have been
Ice Pack
used
in
on
one.
Radiant? They're going to be able to catch him on the retreat down to the low ground. Satanic is vulnerable. Still, we're seeing
He's
the
in rage,
difficulty
he's in
that
rage.
Yuma's having to be able to man fight into Satanic. Has he enraged? He's going to be able to activate it towards the last second. But now off the back
They're
of the
diving
respawn,
really
Radiant,
deep.
are you going to be able to protect him? You have gone so deep into
There's no
Heroic
spells on
territory.
Troll.
You didn't respect Heroic. And that might be the great price that you have to pay.
Does he go on Ursa?
Is Yuma's ready to go to
Very.
try and catch up to them? Are they going to be able to find anyone? They're out.
I mean, that was... I think that was a bit too deep. Like, if you focus on the buildings, I think that it would end up being a lot better. But, like, Troll goes in really hard. They force with the Axe Call on the Primal. They force with this Echo Slam. And sure, they barely get the Primal, too. Like, he was lucky that he got that root off on the Troll. And then his ult, you know, everyone makes fun of Troll Warlord as a hero. It's for that ult. Like, it forces you to just dive in really deep. And I think they're really lucky that they only lost 2 End and Aegis. I think it could have been way worse. I think the Shaker, the Troll it could have been a wipe if they were, you know, there was like an extra 1 spell to slow down the Troll. I mean, this game is super close.
Yeah, it's shaping
I
up
think
like
both teams are also, I would say both teams are making mistakes. Like, I think Whisper's been making a couple mistakes here and there. And I think that, like, PARIVISION as well has been getting kind of kited and outplayed in the fights. And they're diving too deep. So I think when games are a bit messy, they're actually really fun to watch compared to, you know, the teams that make, like, 0 mistakes.
No. Especially when we get such close games where
Yeah.
we can go later.
Like, both
and later.
teams are,
No.
it's going back and forth.
PARIVISION will be able to get the second Tormentor. So Ag Shard's going to go actually in the hands of the Troll. Everyone on their side has the shard.
The Troll
You
one
brought up earlier that you...
is good.
So go.
No, just the Troll one is pretty good. People don't really value it that much, but it's just like a free extra attack that you just launch. So it's just like a lot of free damage.
You brought up earlier that you probably still feel like PARIVISION late game, at least the Troll matchup. You said, of course, the Troll versus the Ursa. Do you feel like overall, like this lineup still has some concerns on how Heroic are going to be able to handle it as the game goes on?
To some extent, yeah. I don't think it's like clear cut and dry that Heroic Giga outscales them.
So not as much.
Like, this is a very good Troll game, and he does outscale Ursa because you can purge his W, like the overpower, you can purge it as the Troll, which is really annoying for Ursa to deal with. But I think that as long as Heroics, specifically the Shaker, they're able to like deal with the Shaker and cancels Blink or force a bad Echo, I think that it's pretty easy for them to deal with the Troll, like his BKB. You just blink in with the Primal, you BKB grab him, and you just kite this fight out. Eventually, Ursa is going to kill the Troll. Like, if the fight goes on long enough and the Ursa survives. So I think even though Troll's like the overall strongest hero out of all 10 in this game, his teammates have to pull their weight. Like, I think this is a hard game to solo carry.
Okay.
Whereas I feel like Heroic, Yuma doesn't have to solo carry. You know, like, he just has to do his thing. Like no one has to do anything super special for heroic. I think that their draft is just simple to play.
All right, we'll see if the simple is going to favor them as this
5K
game goes
lead.
on. The
No
lead is
Roche
continuing to
for
grow.
about 2 minutes.
Yep.
Satanic now on Satanic. Very, very big timing.
We'll see if he has the ability to be able to lock onto some of these heroes, though. Find these spells. And how's Die? Control going to be able to fare as well? That's another thing. And we saw the macro pyre is something that could be a bit of a concern. Yumit's actually just going to run blindly the high ground. Jumps into Satanic, who does have the rest of the team starting to smoke towards his location. They're chucking out random orbs to maybe clip the Earthshare to cancel the blink. They will retreat under Radiant Observe Ward shortly if they go down to the south. We'll see what the call is going to be on how they actually look to get away. Oh, no. Oh, this is an Earthshare because White Dream, he just doesn't find the jump. It's an Axe is going to be there. The call onto 3, but the Echo Slam once again is not the greatest. They're trying to run Yuma down, ducks into the tree line, but once the ensnare is there, Yuma is in danger, and so are the rest of Heroic. They are stuck in the corner, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. 4 heroes are dead. Whisper's able to duck out and escape to the west, but it was either the Earthshaker or the Axe, which was going to capitalize on them all clumped up, and it was DM. Spot now is able to at least steal. Oh, Whisper. Ay. Okay. Not the place you want to jaunt to. So Whisper's game continuing to struggle, and Satanic he's just running for Tifled Towers. So he is. They've had enough of this game by the looks of it. They're gonna try and force a buyback. You've got both supports back alive here from Heroic. And they will get the buyback out of Whisper as well. So Satanic's going to turn it back around.
I don't know if they can end it here, but yeah, that's 18,000 gold lead now for PARIVISION. I think for me, a lot of this boils down to those like early game deaths on Puck, like the back-to-back deaths where he gets caught mid and in the enemy jungle. I think that just slowed down what his job was, and I think he had a really big job this game of dealing with the Earthshaker. And I mean, now the game's hard, right? It's like it's a very hard game.
They saw the courier moving out of the base, so they know they have a good idea of Heroic's current positioning. They might be able to set a trap on the high ground and potentially bait Satanic. They're going to move on for Whisper. Does get the coil onto the backline, so stopping the Blink Dagger off the Earthshaker. He's still going to be able to land the Echo Slam, but they don't have the control at the moment. Refresher activated second round. DM's call is there as well. Satanic is now going to slowly funnel into the neighborhood. Yuma has to just jump up and look to TP out. He's going to be able to make it, but once again, everyone else does not have the same capability, but the supports are gone. Devi tries the onslaught away. He's going to be out of range of the fissure. The PARIVISION, they can look to try and now take the rewards. Roshan is up for grabs. Third Rosh of the game.
I think the something really cool that I just saw in that last fight is the Conda on the Axe. Like, we've seen people buy it, obviously, and like it's somewhat of a like common pickup with this like Battle Hunger-esque build. But I think it's cool this game because of the break. Like, he's breaking the Ursa every single time it's up. And then he's not being able to get Fury Swipe stacks on these targets, which is lowering his damage by so much. It's like one of those cool things that you don't really think of, because okay, let's be real. How many people buy Conda? Like this item doesn't get bought. The only time I've ever seen people buy it is I think Crit started doing it as Skywrath versus Abba. So he would do it so that when you silence the Abba, it like breaks him as well, and then he doesn't get his ult off. But yeah, that's. I think this item is cool as a concept. Like, having a spellcaster break instead of Silver Edge is really nice, and this is like one of the few times that it actually has an application.
Definitely a niche item that's paid off inside some of the team fights, and now they're looking for the finisher here on PARIVISION. They weren't able to do it in game 1. So it's going to be a little bit different here in the second game. Satanic just up on the high ground. Aegis, Refresher Shard, BKB in the backpack as well.
I think they keep going. I think they just go top lane. What's our heroic
Finish
do?
this. What have they got?
Whisper really needs to get the back line. They can't go on this troll. He has an Aegis for 4 minutes. Like, it's not like they can wait for it to expire. I think maybe you can bait up the vibe, but jump the supports.
Well, he's trying
Whisper
to
gotta
bait.
get in there.
Both sides will disperse. Radiant,
Are scanning.
a little bit of breathing room. Back away to the low ground. Look to try and get the top lane shoved in. Satanic wanting to complete, what do we, is this Butterfly?
Swift
No, Swift Blink.
Yep.
And they're running underneath the Radiant Observe Ward as well. So if they quickly don't de-ward this Radiant, they will come back and catch them off surprise. But they're just waiting with the double blink heroes. If someone shows, they're going to be able to duck over to the right instead. So they won't get value out of the ward.
Oh, this is so scary for heroic. This could be the last fight. I think if
They say divide.
they're able to take the win of this fight on PARIVISION, it's just done.
Whisper's going to be so cautious if he runs some of the low ground. He does have the Aeon Disc at least.
It's like you just don't want it to get popped in that way, right? You don't want to just like force some weird fight, just get started with Aeon Disc. You want to actually use it in a way that you commit to a good fight. You get a really good jump on the shaker. I heard a call. I got scared for a second.
Radiant structure.
Yeah,
Just on
see if
creeps.
we miss something.
Just on creeps. Nothing
Yuma?
crazy. Urst?
Yuma might be able to solo kill 9 class. Got a bash out. Jumps over the fissure. Echo Slam used. Doesn't get a whole lot of stun. But DM should be able to close the distance. So Yuma... I didn't see how that started. Got the kill, but unfortunately, of course, this is not the price you want to pay. He's got a buyback at least, but... Radiant... See if they're going to try and force it out here 4v4. If they just walk it down.
The nice thing about this death, to some extent, is maybe you can force them to go high ground 4v5. Like, you know, like think of the positives.
Yeah, no, I see. You know, bait the fight, they go too deep like we saw previously, you buy back. They're also running under a Radiant Observer Ward. They're setting up onto Whisper, who got a glimpse of the TP's in. First stun's going to be there. Satanic can get in range and snare into the Aeon Disc. Looks like Whisper's going to be able to get away. Has to adopt a defensive coil to make it out, but KJ will be clipped. Satanic and DM will divert their attention over towards the support. He's got a buyback, dead for 50.
Well, they bought enough time for Ursa, at least. I don't think that they'll get Mega before he's alive, so, you know, take what you can get if you're heroic. I don't see what they do in this fight. Like, I don't know where they're going to find the
Whisper's
damage.
getting scouted outside the base. No one's going to activate the refresher. Use the Echo Slam from afar for the extra chain.
he
Get
doesn't
jump, but
get
they're too slow. Satanic tries to jump over the top, but won't still be able to hold Whisper into place. So some little
He
things
just
going
have
away
20
for
seconds.
heroic.
Okay, 15 seconds on Aegis. There's no echoes. Oh, Divide wastes his ult.
I don't know if he messed up the spellcasting, honestly. Couldn't he refresh it? Couldn't he blink on top with the Echo? Maybe he... I don't know. Anyway, don't get the kill.
It was hard. It's like you always want to press like all your buttons as fast as possible versus Puck because you don't want to give him time to phase shift and like get out. But yeah, I think there's probably a way that maybe he clicks his button slightly differently.
Nonetheless, it's a prime position for PARIVISION to be in. 24,000 gold. You've just got 455 gold each as well. Like everyone has their shard. So a bunch more gold injected into the bank. Well, they have so many items to work with. Shrine of Wisdom's going to be picked off the DM. I mean, this is some of the heroic magic that we need to see from them.
Just 24,000 gold.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Is there anything big from heroic? I'm trying to find like a big item. So he's going Ags on the puck, which it's fine, but he doesn't have a damage item, right? It's just nullifier.
Oh, KJ.
Maybe the Ags or the freshman school field? Oh, not a KJ's dead. He's gonna have to buy back. There's no age. Oh, there.
Lotus Orb? Satanic's gonna be fine. And there's the buyback coming through as well from KJ. They're gonna try and get the counter initiation over towards the Bylama, who's fallen pretty low.
I mean, that's
repair some of the
Varsity
damage.
and Troll. It's always the big question. So there, I'm curious as to if Devi intentionally didn't want to click BKB to try to like force out a response and be able to save his BKB for after his ult, but he ends up having to BKB anyway. So then it's like at that point, if you're gonna BKB anyway, just like BKB on the jump and just like actually start poking the troll. And that could have been really bad. Like Devi could have that chain stun died there. This is just it's a scary position for heroic. They know that since they're constantly in their base, they lose one fight, the game ends. And for PARIVISION, they got like 3 losses in the tank. You know, they like lose a fight here, then they lose a fight on Roche, then they get their own base fight. It's way more relaxing.
Yeah. Absolutely. Great position for them to be in. But still there's something at the back of their minds. You had the heavy lead in game 1.
Yeah.
You weren't able to get the victory there. I mean, this game definitely looks much different. It wasn't
I think this game is it's a much more comfortable lead. For sure. Yeah. Like I definitely am expecting PARIVISION to keep this lead. I think if Heroic's gonna take this game, they're gonna have to play the fight like perfectly to a T. And PARIVISION as well is probably gonna have to overextend it again. Like they've done a couple times. There's like the one in the bot river area. There's one in the base. Like they have made a few errors, but I think just like the consistent overarching plan for PARIVISION has just been a bit better than Heroic.
Yeah, we saw that one fight where it was, we were kind of second guessing momentarily. It didn't last too long, where Heroic won down bottom, and then all of a sudden was like, hang on a second, they're going to actually be able to play into PARIVISION's lineup. But we saw that wasn't the case, and ever since then, it's been PARIVISION with the lead, and they haven't looked back. And this is potentially that final fight to be able to close it out.
Whisper's got the item queued up. He's got the rapier.
Cool.
That's damage. That's a really good coil, especially with level 25. It pierces all the BKBs.
Yeah, he's going to need a immense amount of farm, unfortunately.
Yes, he does need, I think, 5,000 gold to get Ags plus the rapier. Maybe you end up selling... I could see him selling A on disc, which is potentially like super risky and throwy, but if they're going to go high ground and you're going to lose the game, would you rather just take the risk or almost a guaranteed loss with the A on disc?
Plus, like, I mean, I don't know. Are you gonna take a random axes from the troll and get it purged? Like maybe it does its job even beforehand. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what Whisper's gonna be able to do. They're gonna pull something crazy out of the hat because you've got once again Ages and Refresher Shard into the hands of the Troll Warlord.
I really think he sells like this A on disc. I think it's your hope. Because also versus Troll, the Ags Rapier build's really, really nice because you go on him, you press coil, and if the Troll presses ult, he'll break his own coil. Like guaranteed. Yeah. You just walk away from him. And then I think, how long is the stun? Like 2.5 seconds? That's like...
Actually jumped into the wave where DM already was. Now they don't have the main damage source here. No one was a little bit too far away. Satanic wasn't ready as well.
Yuma?
Man, super close to Yuma getting caught.
Okay, he sold. What did he sell in Puck? Octarine.
Really?
Radiant are scanning.
Okay. Really?
I mean, it's more expensive than Aeon, so it got him closer than the Aeon style. But
they're gonna try and take a fight around the higher ground ward. Yuma with the jump in. Icepart's gonna clip as well. I mean, this is the best start of the team fight you're gonna get with a 30,000 deficit. Divine Llama doesn't have a second round of the pulverize, so they would have been loving this.
Troll's dying to the macropyre.
Yuma.
Oh, 40 health.
All right. It's just, it's so unfortunate. Divine, unfortunately, doesn't have the net worth with this deficit. Imagine second round, a pulverize with the level 25 with Yuma there, along with the macropyre. I mean, that was a potential fight to get you back into this game.
Whisper's got his rapier.
No.
Okay, rapier gaming time. So Devi's not sure. I've seen him. I think he had a refresher queue, then an Octarine queue. Now he's a Wind Waker. I really like refresher on Primal. I think the hero completely changes when you get that item. So I'm kind of surprised that he's not going for it right now. But I think he should just buy refresher. I think the Wind Waker is interesting for Axe. Like the Axe calls somebody, you Wind Waker him. Troll can't purge Yules, and because Troll is Axe, no one's really gonna want to buy a Nullifier. You're like, oh, I don't want to really buy that. But so it does make Wind Waker pretty interesting and cool. I think it's good. I think he switched it again. He's back to a Lincoln's now.
I mean, can you see this item on Schofield instead? I mean, he's already got yours. He's got 2,400 gold in the bank as well.
Yeah, I think Wind Wakers in general are just really nice this game to kite out the Troll. Yep. Like, they could buy multiple. I think it on the Primal and on the Jakiro would be nice.
So what are we seeing with the Lincoln, so with the buy?
Radiant are scanning.
I mean, there's Abyssal coming out. Really, what else?
Dispose? I mean,
I don't like that. Why am I... Oh, the fact that he's really hesitant on what he wants, and this is your last item potentially this game? I'm hearing, Lincoln's for dispose. All right, cool. Yuma?
I can see it in a... I was going to say, so the Troll can Abyssal you, but I feel like you're going to go on the Troll anyway. So maybe it's to cast on his Ursa, so his Ursa doesn't get broken by the Conda.
They're looking to try and walk up the high ground here. 50 seconds remaining with the Aegis. They'll be able to deal with
this is the call.
Really late from
he
DM.
missed the call.
The Fissure as well holds Yuma back into place. A lot of damage over towards actually Yuma's hesitant. It doesn't even matter if Yuma doesn't go in because DM just dies from the damage from afar. And they might be able to stalk Satanic 30 seconds with the Aegis. It's still going to be a long chase, and they don't have any vision out of the base, so they will respect this, and this game will continue to stall.
That was the first Rapier coil. That was what was chunking the Axe. It was super close to him actually surviving that stun and getting his BKB cheese off, but he wasn't able to click a single button.
Okay, I guess, like, I mean, he went back to Wind Waker on Devi. I was just thinking, like, if we see this opportunity now, it's going to be, I mean, usually it's the Troll that's on the front line, but is it just, like, no way to cancel Pulverize? And it seems like someone's dying inside Pulverize. Like, Pulverize, Macropyre, Coil, and Ursa. It seems like someone's 100% dead. So is this kind of like...
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
I think the Lincoln's... Oh, and now he went for Boots of Travel 2.
He went Boots of Travel 2, okay.
Yes, he went Boots of Travel 2. I mean, I'm enjoying this. I just have Divine clicked and I'm just watching him. Oh, he's...
Okay, quick assassination over towards the Chen.
I mean, these kills, even though they're supports, because they're so far behind and because the game is so long, that's so much. 820 gold
Jeez.
for Jakalis.
Is it spring already?
Plus all the bonus, that's like 1,300 gold they just got for a random Chen kill. I mean, this adds up, and especially with the game going later and later, we know that the gold lead stops mattering as much. Is there okay? Big items now.
I don't know if this rock throw did that much damage.
It does a lot. 325. Ursa's going Octarine Core. Devi has an Octarine Core queued up. Whisper sold his. And then Jakira's going Refresher. I think the Jakira Refresher will have a big amount of impact in these fights. Like having 2 Macro Pyres. Macro Pyre is a crazy spell with the Ags. And so having like 2 of them just to like hold the fight, because it's, I don't know, the Jakiro Ags has to be one of the best Ags in the entire game. It's 15-second duration, pure damage with slow. So you have a 220 DPS pure damage spell. That's so much damage just to be pumping into the fight.
Yeah.
And then having 2 of them, having 2 stuns.
I mean, the Zoom Blood Right with the timeless debuff duration, spell amp.
Yep, he does have a Blood Right. Ooh. I mean, Schofield can carry the fight. Everyone can. I think legitimately any one of the 10 players in this game pretty much can carry the fight by themselves.
No,
maybe not so much the Chen and the Pugna.
What about the Chen?
Maybe not the Chen and the Pugna.
Well, we gotta see what's Chen.
Maybe eight players in this game can carry the fight. Maybe 8. Like 9 class, he has a Daedalus. He's got Daedalus. What if he just blinks on the Pugna and kills him? Blinks on the Jakiro, kills him. Okay. I'll put it. I'll phrase it. No one can get carried at this point in the game. Everyone's got to do their job to win, and it's really hard for both teams to win. Like the game is super close at this point, and it's purely going to be about gameplay and instincts. Like strategy's kind of thrown out the window. When the game gets to like the 60 minutes, you don't plan for this, you don't practice this. It's just who's the better raw Dota player. That's all that matters now.
That's it. Well, Heroic with some of the momentum, of course, we saw previously in that game, and playing with a deficit, apparently not too bad of a position for them to be in. Octarine completed for Yuma. Wind Waker, he's got queued up, so he's going for this kind of kiting style. You're relying on the Jakiro, relying on the Puck, the Vailama as well. Well, the Tormentor is going to be taken easily for Radiant, so a bunch of extra gold for them. And Roshan is going to be up in 50 seconds. So still this lead, 32,000, but like you said, the later we go, the less it matters. That's a big one. That's actually a big item. Dakalis with the Lincolns. It's a little bit easier for now for someone to frontline, probably the Troll in particular. He's got 2 greater healing Lotuses in his inventory too, so when he jumps in, gives him an easy time for him to be able to get away. And well, game's gonna slow down a little bit. I was gonna give an opportunity in 9 classes to be able to pick up the wisdom. Okay.
But the Chenags is pretty bad this game, to be honest. Like all the heroes have BKB piercing spells on Heroic. Have you ever seen the Chenags? It's like really cool. It's like a channeled AoE BKB effectively.
No, I have not.
It's like Chen literally just sits there channeling and just gives his entire team a BKB.
I see.
But terrible.
I do remember this
every
now.
single spell on the Dire team pierces BKB.
Yeah, not much, unfortunately, it's going to help out with. Though here the Roar, ain't going to do anything about it. So not a fight. I mean, we've seen previously, apparently Aegis hasn't been too much of a problem. They still haven't been able to crack this top side of the map. So they'll do their best to try and get the lanes out as quickly as they can. We're getting close to enough gold as well for second Rapier on a Whisper, at least a backpack one. Oh, sorry, one dropped in base. But of course, he's going to need the buyback money as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Roche check. What did we get? Again, is it Troll with Aegis and Refresher Shard? They still have another Refresher Shard, which is still in the hands of DM. Speaking of refreshers, Schofield just bought his. Man, what a series.
I mean, these guys are definitely going to get a bit tired. If there's a game 3, we get another 70-minute banger 3 games in a row.
Jeez. I'm looking like... What's the probability? 87% for PARIVISION.
I don't think it's 87. It doesn't feel like that. Yeah. Like, sure, they're down. They're up 30,000 gold. But, oh, Ursa.
Ursa's out of the base. The Vylama's going to try and tip in with the boot to travel. But the Abyssal Blade, along with the Bash, is going to do their best to hold him into place. Yuma's gone. He's got a buyback. Is this the location they want to try and take the team? But it's a pretty decent macro pie with the coil as well. They need to respect the AoE damage.
And the decrypt.
They haven't secured the kill onto Vylama just yet, but the greater healing load is going to be able to give him
Whisper's
a bunch
destroying
of
them in the back line.
second round of the macropire. No one's going to be in with a combination, though. They need to deal with Jakiro. With the spells on cooldown, Schofield has done so much for them. They've been able to finally secure the kill. They haven't got into Whisper, though. Fissure will connect. Whisper should be able to get out. Will he, though? Blinks away. DM is going to be able to find the catch.
He's there. He's still
Gets the course to get in range. Aeon Disc going to be there. Refresh is activated for the Troll. Warlord jaunts over to the left. The Blink, it's still being on cooldown. Whisper. Rapier dropped. And that surely should be it.
Should it? I don't know. He's got a buyback on Puck. I mean, I'm surprised Yuma held his buy. I think, yeah, it's like, if Whisper doesn't die there, it makes a lot of sense for him to not buy, because you're like, okay, we just reset the game to a neutral state. But I think that fight lasted long enough. He could have bought, teleported, and potentially killed the troll twice. With the coil, with the macropires holding him down. Like, all-ins are scary and risky.
Yeah.
Like, there's also a chance that he buys, he goes back into the fight, and he just instantly dies. It's just, now you've lost Whisper with the Rapier.
And more than likely, they're going to be playing with the deficit of Mega Creeps. They are actually going to back away. Well, they still have plenty of time, though, with everyone respawning, getting back out on the map. To maybe go Megas. They still are not kind of pushing forward to it, though.
Ducalis.
Outside the base, the Carlos? Okay, which might further prevent them from getting the Megas or forcing the buyback on Puck. So, Yuma being caught out previously. And now he's going to be able to catch someone else out. We got 60 minutes as well. So I guess that's why they're not going to... Do you agree with this call from PARIVISION? Like, for the Chen being away from the team, 5v4, not going high ground and actually playing back for the neutrals?
Not necessarily. I think it probably would have been better to just group up and force the Puck by before you farm your neutrals. Like, go out, force the Puck by, go back, farm your neutrals, rather than like farm the neutrals and then force the, like, then just 5v5. I think it was a bit of like giving too much credit to Heroic. And especially now that Puck is able to respawn, he can just buy another Rapier. Like, just go for it, man. I think he should, especially with the fact that tier 5s are out. Like, imagine he gets like some Stygian Desolator or Divine Regalia, gets a Rapier. Scary
Unrelenting
stuff.
eye. I guess this, I mean, this game feels like the status resistance and
even the slow
is, yeah.
Just like if you're isolated, you can just like run away from the Jakiro pretty easily. Because it's 600 within 600 units is the unrelenting eye. A lot of Heroic's heroes aren't going to be within 600. It's like maybe the Ursa Shaker, the Ursa Primal, but like they're never going to be on you as the Shaker, ideally. Unless you're killing them, which the slow doesn't matter. See, Yuma's about to get his. Ooh, he got
Stygian hasn't bought out just yet. Okay.
And he got status res probably. Oh, attack and cast range. Interesting.
Interesting.
Puck got also Stygian Deso with debuff and spell amp. Nice. Primal got the XP one. Attack range for the and cast range for Jakiro. Pugnut's still waiting on his, and then on the other side we got Book of the Dead for Chen. Always nice. You got Stygian Deso on Marcy.
No one.
Ooh, jump on no one.
The base underneath the observer ward. The Vylama is going to have human nearby as well. No one's going to have time to activate the BNB. Nightclub's going to be in with a combination as well with the chain control. They're going to be able to find the counter divide llama. Now they've rooted up the Ursa as well. Once they left the base, that was their demise. They made the grave mistake. You had too large of a deficit. The only place you could be positioning is inside your base. And PARIVISION, oh man, they're going to punish them for this. 3 heroes with a buyback. 3 of them all will have to use it if they want to stop against Megas. Divide will jump out. Satanic's instantly going to be able to prevent him here with the Abyssal Blade. A dieback. No Primal Beast, who's been so important with the chain control.
The troll has
now
nothing.
They might have an opportunity though to be able to deal with Satanic. He's going to try and turn to catch up to Jakiro. It's a massive call as well from DM. Your Scepter's mitigating some of the value out of Yuma, who will have to Urshock over towards the north. We need to see Whisper go crazy here, but with the coil on cooldown, the damage isn't going to come through quick enough. They're getting closer and closer towards the fountain, but with 2 heroes dead, Throne exposed, DM call onto 2. This is going to be all she wrote. It took so long for PARIVISION to get the victory, but in the end, 63 minutes is what they need to send us to a game 3.
To be perfectly honest, but I think that I actually would trust Naga as a carry more than I would trust PL in this current patch. Which I don't know how much that is saying, because I feel like it's easy to not trust in the PL, but that is my take.
Okay. Well, let's see. I mean, this game could be a great way to prove why Naga Siren is a little bit better than the Phantom Lancer.
Imagine he forgot he has Deluge instead of Riptide.
Just double
He's got to
checking.
play like support one game. No, he's good. He's got Riptide.
Yeah, he's chill. He's chill. With the Invoker for Whisper, and I know you, of course, you were mentioning, I mean, the Sand King, you mentioned a couple of options as well. Why do you feel like he went down the Invoker route? Besides the fact like he's been absolutely destroying with the Invoker lately.
I don't really know good particular reason. I think it's probably just a comfort level of this is like the highest damage neutral pick we can that's left in the pool. They might have. I know some people and some teams don't value Sand King because its damage can be low when you play into a pipe. And Timber saw this patch is a really good pipe buyer. Like you just go like the treads, you go Kai Sanji, you go pipe. And so I could see it that their damage would feel low, whereas the Invoker has pure damage from his Sunstrike. He's got like meteors mid to late game that scale a bit harder than the Sand King, and he's also right clicks with alacrity. So I think it's just they felt comfortable picking a high damage hero, and it lanes better for Ember than probably say a Quap would.
So interesting. Look at KJ just protecting the couriers. He was de-warding just to see if there's anything. Yuma's going to give his Tango over, and he's probably got a TP out, I guess. Okay. Oh, this Monkey King, bro, it makes you have to play a completely different game.
Monkey 4 is so annoying to play versus. Having to just deal with couriers. Like the courier game is just bad. Oh, 9 class? Ooh, the decrypt. Oh, is he going?
Ooh.
This is...
It's insane.
I mean, this... He got a creep. Oh, he lost the creep because he intentionally, but... DM's taking a lot of damage.
Might just give over first blood. Absolutely he is. The blood grenade run down, Sunstrike, he'll dodge it, but okay. You know, Invoker doesn't get the kill. It's going to be the TA who also gets a courier as well, which is, I mean, a lot on it. Blood grenade, clarity, sentry as well, removed from the hands of 9 class in the lane.
That, I mean, I can't believe he went for that lane pull under the tower. He was decrypted. He was like, ah, nah, I got this. I'm going to jump under a tower and aggro the creeps. I mean, that's a really bad start, honestly, for this Timbersaw. Like, this is already a counterpick matchup, playing Timbersaw versus the TA, and giving TA first blood, losing a lot of creeps as well under the tower. And he's 800 net worth. He's almost the same net worth as his Monkey King. And in fact, he's half a level down on his Monkey King.
Yikes. KJ, the second time we just saw that the Decra proved to be a bit of a problem here with the pulls. So we'll see how they want to try and play the lane as it continues. The other side lane at the moment is looking pretty good for Satanic. Starting off well. 13-1 compared to the 10-1 as well for Devi, who struggled a little bit in this series. I mean, I think the Mars performance was pretty decent from him in game 1 towards the later stages with some of the arenas, but he wasn't playing with a lot of net worth that game. Previously, it was not a bad Primal game, but it was, unfortunately, you have a lot to try and compete against when we see early today and what Collapse did on this hero.
I will say, to give him credit, it's hard to compare anyone to Collapse. That guy's like pretty okay at the game. He's won a TI or two.
Yeah,
so maybe not the fairest comparison, but there's no way he gets a solo kill, right? No. He's getting kind of low. I mean, he might be
feeling like they can turn it back around. Apparently, they think they can. Yeah, 9 class tipping in. Whisper. Too big for his bridges. Nice rotation from 9 class. So nothing working out down bottom, and he's at least going to be able to assist in this mid matchup. But how is this matchup actually supposed to go as well with the Ember versus Invoker? Because it's currently favoring no one with the last hits.
I think Ember is better CSing early, but if the Invoker plays properly around this level 4, level 5 timing, you can start pressuring the Ember with just your physical damage, because he doesn't really have a good way to deal with just getting perma right clicked. And he can't commit on you because of the ice wall. But I think when you like do those plays where you like all in, try to get the kill, that's at this point the lane's over, right? Like Ember's gonna hit 6 really early, and Invoker's not really gonna be able to put him in that like low HP position ever again.
Sure. I know earlier on with the matchup versus the Dragon Knight, like you were mentioning with how it's not the greatest bottom. Sunstrike actually will clip onto 9 class, and with the extra damage, KJ is going to be able to run down the Monkey King. So get some assistance and over towards the top side. Devi just gets the onslaught to the low ground. So yeah, he's going to be able to move away. Ain't going to tick out of the damage, and they're missing a couple of creeps forward as well. So Satanic's going to go back to pick up that farm.
I mean, that was Divide barely gets out there. He had like a sliver of health. He just gets like the charge onto the low ground. But I mean, him making out is pretty good. His game is decent. I think that this matchup, surprisingly, I actually think it goes both ways. Like the Primal versus Naga. You do a lot of damage early game to her. Like you ever jump on her with like a good charge at level like 5, level 6, you kill her. But there's definitely a point mid game where you just stop dealing with her. You get rooted. That's all of your damage gone. Like Primal has to move, and the fact that Naga has a 5-second root is just it feels so bad to play into.
Yeah, with that and change this game as well. So a lot of ways to be able to hold him down. What do you want the build to be this game for Devi to unlock the Primal?
I think the Blink BKB is still acceptable to just start. You want the BKB as early as possible versus Timber, or he kills you. If there wasn't for the Skyra, Schofield.
Deny.
That's a fairy?
Hey.
No. I think without the Timber Saw, I think like a Blink Lotus could be really nice. To help your team as well as yourself. And then you go back for the pipe. Or back for the BKB rather. But because there's a Timber, I think you just go BKB, just tank up, throw all the pure damage.
I was going to ask before, is this a game where the Invoker has to be worried about these rotations that we're seeing exactly be the case with the Monkey King and Snapfire mid lane? Can Radiant respond to this?
I mean, not particularly well. Like, they're going to sit here and maybe he won't die, but the way I see it in the 3v3 is the supports on Radiant are here to make him survive. The supports on Dire are to kill.
They are getting kills indeed. Schofield's going to be run down. No one's going to have to commit a couple of remnants here to get in range to yoink it, but he will be able to go back to base, freshen up on the resources, which will give time for Whisper to try and deal with the catapult wave. And we'll hope that the rune's going to be bottom so we can find the deny. It will be a haste. So not going to give that over towards no one, which would have been massive for the Ember Spirit to potentially gank some of the side lanes. I mean, maybe even a kill, honestly, into the Primal with the assistance of the Naga. But they're not leaving the area. Carlos gets a really important D ward as well, which makes it even scarier for Whisper to be in this mid side of the map. Divide? Ensnared at the moment.
Gonna take a lot of damage. I don't think he dies, but
yeah, I think they need another support here. In fact, Devi's actually thinking about turning it back around, but he's going to be cautious because Dire are coming. They're going to respect this 9 class leaping through the trees. Even has the assistance and no one as well. So they're going to try and take the team fight before the Wisdom Brooms and up and Radiant. Are they going to bring the numbers to respond to this? Can you give the rune away? I mean, so much experience is going to be given over to PARIVISION, especially with the kills as well. Nice boundless strike timing. Takalis will still die to the tower, but there's just such a massive fight for PARIVISION. 2 kills, Wisdom clean. 9 class will ego no one out of it. He's like, no, brother, this is mine. I need the Wisdom. It's not for you. They're tipping in Schofield. I mean, yeah, so a level 2 Skywrath mage, 7 minutes of the game. They'll cut down the tree, though. Nicely done from Schofield, and Whisper's nearby to be able to assist with some of the lack of damage that might be there. Now, the tower does still go down with the catapult, so nonetheless, when we're seeing some great stuff happen in the early game for PARIVISION.
I mean, it was a really nice dive. I think they kind of stuck around a bit too long after the initial kills. Like 9 class probably shouldn't have ended up dying, but they get the tower. They get a lot of pressure. That tower also allows Naga to farm a lot more because now you can send your illusions further down the lane. You have more space to walk away from the lane is the biggest thing I see. Because normally when both towers are up, you can only farm like 1 camp between the waves, but now you can farm like 2, maybe 3.
Whisper? A pretty good position to be able to get some spells off Sunstrike.
Nice try on the Sunstrike.
That's the mark, though. We're seeing so far that the supports are being a pretty big issue, though, for them to deal with. This Monkey King and Snapfire are playing really well together and importantly combining with the Ember, and Radiant don't have this ability.
Yeah, I think, I mean, the support duo from Heroic is a bit awkward with the Pugna Sky. Like, neither of them start kills on heroes. Like, sure, Sky can silence, but that's kind of it. And, you know, compared to Snap Monkey, like, look how easy it is for them to kill heroes. Monkey scouts, he presses Boundless. You got the slow from the Snapfire Q, dead hero. And ooh, Devi, this is scary.
He gets a little bit of the Q too. He does have level 6, but no one else is even remotely close.
That was...
And they get the D ward again. Same high ground ward that's going to be removed. So, I mean, good luck being able to farm the area. No ancient stacks for him. They're going to block the hard camp as well. And meanwhile, silently, like, yes, Yuma is free farming bottom end of the timber. But DM is still, like, he's getting some farm. And we're going to be able to see this hero be a bit of a concern once we enter the early to mid game.
I mean, Devi's bot now after kind of having a struggle top dying. I guess he wants to dive the timber and like use his hero and get something done. But this is it's a scary proposition for him to go here. Like, yeah, I think it will work, but
especially nice attempt, DM. They're going to be able to run him down. Nice movement. I mean, this is a much-needed kill for Heroic. The game was honestly starting to get a little bit concerning with the pace that we were seeing from PARIVISION, but playing with their strongest hero, potentially with the Templar Assassin down bottom, slowing down DM, and Whisper's fine, apparently, just 1v3. He's continuing to stall it out. I say that now. They are looking to go on top of him with the Mortimer Kisses, and with the damage coming through from afar, Whisper's just going to try and get a return kill. He's close, but not close enough. 9 class is fine. A massive one, this time onto the mid invoker.
I mean, Whisper, I think this is the most deaths he's had on an invoker in like a whole game, to be honest. I think most of his invoker games has like 0 to 1 death. So shutting him down, well, I guess the game earlier he kind of struggled, but even though I think Whisper's struggling, Devi's kind of struggling. Sure, DM is struggling on the Timber, but I kind of like the Naga Ember. I think like the two of them might just run over this game. Like Ember's going a Vessel, I believe, which, yeah, he has the Vessel already. So that's super good versus Pugna. You have a way to deal with all the healing. And then Naga side, we don't see that much from the carry position, but if there's probably one good Naga player right now, it's Satanic.
Absolutely. Yep.
He's almost done with his mantle. He's about 1,000 gold away. And that's, you know, the Manta is like such a big farm accelerator for these heroes, but specifically Naga, with how her passive works, is for every time an illusion hits, it procs it. You know, it's up to 6 and then it procs. So when you have your Manta, that's 2 more illusions hitting. So it's not only 2 illusions, but it makes all of your illusions farm more. It's just this like crazy exponential, like he'll almost double the amount he farms when he gets his Manta. Oh, I also forgot. I think the big change that made Naga Siren slightly worse of a carry was the change to her Q, that I think they last less and the cooldown went down, which I think helps supports, but it hurt cores a little more. Because I think it used to be like 5 seconds longer on cooldown and duration. Something like that.
For 9 class. Oh, they're going to try and smoke from PARIVISION. Yeah, I mean, this is just a classic 9 class. Let me join them in the smoke.
Oh, they might get
Whisper's
Whisper.
continuing to farm. They've got the Mortimer Kiss is back up, and
nice chance.
Tornado is just a little bit too short, unfortunately. Doesn't have enough levels out of the Wex, and KJ as well steps into the firing line.
He's still level 5.
And they are bleeding some kills on Heroic. We're up to 2,000, flexing between a 3k lead as well, and this is getting a little bit dicey here for Heroic. I mean, how do you unlock Yuma? I mean, he's been completely untouched this game. Like, how do you get him into this game? Mid lane, divide. This place is not safe. It's another core
You're supposed
kill.
to be here.
No, not at all.
And now, okay, Schofield's fine, right? Like, yeah, okay. He's okay. I think Yuma is probably with his Blink Dagger gonna start like grouping up with his team. But yeah, I agree, and we talked about this a lot. It was like in the earlier game, it was TB versus PL. Like, oh, TB can't really scale versus PL. This again, Naga Siren in theory is supposed to scale extremely well versus TA, because TA is single target, Naga Siren's illusions. So, you know, conceptually, it makes sense that Naga Siren's good versus TA, but Yuma's kind of proven the odds differently. I think I could see him carrying this game, but yeah, I agree that I think he needs to like join the fights. I think he should even come to this top fight.
When it might be necessary, they're actually not going to go for it on PARIVISION. So anticipating that maybe this is a location where Heroic have already set up their forces, and they won't try and break the formation. So they'll give the Wisdom over.
I think if they're able to get like the TA Blink, and then they play around Roshan or Tormentor or something like that, even just an area of the map, and he's able to start on the Timber, he'll kill the Timber just with like a jump. Or even Ember with like a Skywrath Silence. Actually, no, there's a Yules in the Ember, so their kind of options are slowly starting to tick down. There's like not many more things they have.
No. We got the Blink now on Devi. So this is, I guess, that one thing. Your Blink Pulverize,
Yeah,
ways to cancel it. You do have ways, but again onto Whisper. Just chains and kisses. He might tick out. They're going to guess wrong. He goes up to the north. The Spirit Vessel's not enough. Gonna look at no one's items now and sees an empty slot.
Let's see, waiting for his courier. Ember, you got it. Come on. Just a dust. It's 80 gold. Classic core players, am I right?
Yeah, my initiation hero as well, not having dust. That's crazy.
I love when they have like a Null talisman in the inventory at 40 minutes. And you're like, can you carry dust? I'm like, no, I need this Null.
Oh, Devi.
Oh no, Devi.
Ooh. What? Over it? So the Boundless, I don't know how that didn't hit.
I think he missed the chains somehow.
Well, hits it this time. Apparently he's still dead?
I don't think I think he goes like 40 health? 50 health.
Close enough. Well, Satanic meanwhile just took the T1 tower down bottom, and he's continuing to build up the net worth lead. When Yuma's sticking close, but he's losing way too much map. He's got the Blink now online, but you have to change the game now. Like, your map control, it's slipping further and further out of reach, but this is an Orchid already online for the Nuka, so she's ready to show up to some of these fights. And this positioning from Heroic, they're going to be a little bit too late. Like, PARIVISION have already put themselves back onto their side of the river. No one's going to get the amp damage. and there'll be no fight where they're able to catch them by surprise. 9 class. Okay, nice timing out of the silence. He's got the Yule Scepter. Down to the low ground. Satanic's going to be in range to try and play around with the song. They'll set up for the Wukongs. And the rest of Dire are going to try and get the area as well. But Yuma's in some danger with the illusions on top of him. They burnt the refraction. The health is gone afterwards as well. They're doing their best just to kill a Monkey King. It's just the monkey. It doesn't matter at all. Everyone else is the grand prize. But the monkey is a worthwhile sacrifice. PARIVISION find a 4-for-1, and this is looking like an absolute beatdown. 8k net worth lead, 16 minutes into this game.
So, all right, now we have to theorize. How is the game gonna go to 70 minutes? If this is what, this is what's happening. That was a really nice song by the Naga to kind of set that up. 9 class, I really like the Yules that they bought. They bought 2 of them. The Monkey has one, the Ember has one. I think it's like a really cool idea versus this like low stuns from Heroic. This was my question mark as well with Invoker was they don't have stuns. They've been consistently picking with Dragonites, with Mars, like these hard, somewhat low cooldown stuns versus this game, the only stun they have, their entire draft has 1 stun, which is Primal Beast ult. So it's not like a great, easy, you know, poke Sunstrike kill.
Yuma. He blinks over towards the left, but look at the current positioning. We're not expecting the full wraparound. And this is going to be another death on the Templar Assassin. You cannot have too many more deaths at this game if you're going to somehow find a way back in. And they're already top as well. Devi's going to be able to blink out of the chains. Oh, we got the Yule Scepter out though, so no one cancels Devi's TP.
Silence on the Ember,
maybe
though.
turn around with Schofield nearby, but Cookie gets him out of range of the Sunstrike and Mystic Flare. Looks like they will be able to tip out the sky.
Ember!
KJ! Oh, it's something. Get away, buddy.
I don't think he's getting away. I can't believe KJ got that kill though. I think he got like 2 levels off it.
Looking for a solo kill into Whisper. Is he actually going to be able to do it? Oh my god, dude. Satanic's Naga Siren.
It's so annoying.
Okay.
He's one of the best at doing the thing where you like send the real hero with an illusion.
Yeah.
Because most Nagas will send like, at least in the early game, like pairs. You know, you send like 2 illusions down a lane, then you send 2 illusions down a lane or whatever, and you put your hero marched with an illusion. And a guy would be like, oh, let me go clear the wave. Like, blah, da, 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 I'm gonna go clear. And then, oh, I'm netted. I'm orchided.
Man, it's going to be a scary
11,000 lead.
Yeah, I mean, this is insane. Again, we've got to go back to the fact that game 1, I know they won on Heroic, but again, took them 60 plus minutes where for half of that game, 40 minutes of that game, there was a 15,000 net worth lead on PARIVISION. They have absolutely had Heroic's number. And it's not only this year, let's go back as well.
All 3 games.
All 3 games, but the series count as a whole, Heroic versus PARIVISION, mid lane, Yuma. But what do you do versus this? Just a poke from afar. It's been the entire game. Chains into kisses, chains into boundless. Like, you literally can't play Dota. You're just dying from afar. There's no fair fight.
Top lane KJ.
KJ's getting ran down now as well. I mean, it's just such a miserable game to play.
I mean, this is hard. I don't really see like what Heroic's game plan is. They have the Ags on the Invoker, so there's a chance with the Cataclysm. There's a lot of damage they can do, but like, what is your stun? What is your setup for Cataclysm? Is it he has to set it up with his own tornado?
Oh, no.
It's an illusion.
It's an illusion.
Your smoke didn't pop, guys.
The thing is with the Catter as well, you might just get Song off on Satanic and then, okay,
Yeah.
cool, bro. Like, nice Scepter. Like, this fight just reset.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, they just might. This could be a really fast game. They could play to end the next like 2-3 minutes. Maybe Heroic won't actually GG out, and the game will last longer. But it's feeling rough. And I don't think TA, especially with this type of game against these types of heroes, is like the crazy comeback play. Usually TA White likes to play from ahead, likes to be able to one-shot heroes, like do this absurd high damage gameplay. And when you're behind, you don't really do that. Like the comeback carries I think of as looks like Scope was going down is something like Terrorblade or Morphling. That they consistently do a lot of physical damage throughout the game, and it's not just like burst damage, it's consistent. Ooh, did I? 9 class is baiting, like he's not even scared.
Absolutely. I mean, he's just playing with his food. And everyone else is through the portal. They're just going to stack Devi. Or maybe trying to actually take the Tormentor. Yuma's setting up with KJ. So this is just space, apparently. Devi will go down, waste as much time as possible. But the Tormentor will be claimed. Something.
Something. A Tormentor Skullfield. It's a decent one for damage. I feel like it's not a good shard when you're behind. Like that little bit of extra chip damage in the team fight won't really matter. What they need is... Oh, Night Class gets cut down.
Oh.
That
no
was sick.
way you tip him, bro. That's insane.
KJ had the quelling. He cuts down the tree and just Cataclysm.
I think that triggers 9 class. He's just tilted now. She's like, bro, why am I getting tipped? It's game 3. We're absolutely massacring them. 12,000 net worth lead. I'm just getting tipped. What's going on? Look at Satanic's net worth, dude. He's probably like, why the hell am I getting tipped, bro? He's looking at Satanic's items. He sees a butterfly 23 minutes with ages that they probably don't even have to give to him. Like, he's just laughing. It's like, okay, cool.
And it's Aegis, also Butterfly. But Butterfly always this like super strong timing. With Aegis, you can't really kill them with magic damage because he's a heart. You can't kill with physical damage because he's a butterfly. It's well like 800 gold away for this Butterfly, and I think you just potentially end the game with the Butterfly timing. And what do you do for heroic? Like it might be now. They might just go. Ooh, fast Ghost Walk.
When are they going to come back? I mean, Yuma's sticking around top to try and farm some of the more of the Ancients. Looks like he's dead.
Invoker
They also got the Boundless Strike over towards Whisper. Whisper's gone as well. I mean, the frustrating game continues. Yeah, 9 class will quickly tip KJ back. Nice. KJ's taking mid 2 on tower. Sick. 9 class is hunting. They also, of course, see Yuma on the complete opposite side of the map as well, farming. And their buildings are falling, though. Full set of barracks are going to be claimed down bottom. And yeah, absolutely nothing for them to fear. I'm going to try and TP back with one more defense, but the Invoker's not alive just yet. I think the slide popped the smoke, so no one was able to react in time. They get the pulverize over towards Satanic, but Satanic's got a heart. You don't have the Cataclysm, so there's no hope in the world that you're going to kill the Naga once, let alone twice. He's pump faking the song. Devi's going to be able to get the charge away. Might take out to the Spirit Vessel, and he does. And meanwhile, they're going to be able to dive onto the tier 4 tower, converging on towards the Invoker. They'll surround him, look towards KJ next. And this is going to be surely all she wrote.
Astini? Oh, okay. Did they? I think they didn't ban it in games 1 or 2 though. So if it was this easy, how come they didn't just pick Monkeys game 1 and 2?
Sure. It's a good question.
And Mega Cubes now, is there... Okay, so I think they... Oh no, they use Cataclysm. They don't even have Cataclysm. They didn't get the Aegis. They didn't get any kills with the Cataclysm. Oh no, they're getting fountain dived. He's gonna keep going.
Oh my god, they're all dying.
Oh, I don't even think they're gonna get 9 class.
No, they're absolutely not. He's gonna be able to get away. They're all gone. G's got to be called. Well, PARIVISION with a bit of a grudge match considering Estini coming to assist Heroic. And I just want to go back as well. This is now, what are we up to? This is their 9th series in a row that they've beaten over against Heroic. They are yet, it's in the, since Heroic and PARIVISION have entered Dota, PARIVISION have not lost once against Heroic. I mean, that is an insane series count.
I mean, what